Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Friday night. I'm so excited to be here. I'm very excited for all of you to be here. End of the week. Thank God it's the end of the week. Take a deep breath and just enjoy. We're going to have a beautiful show tonight. This show is dedicated to all the things I've been involved with all these years before being on TikTok or social media or any of these things. Tonight is a night where I will share, and we will also be having April on here. It's going to be a show dedicated to the Ashtar Command. I've mentioned I work with the Ashtar Command on many of my shows during my regular shows. But tonight, good evening, One Toyota, I am going to be that commander in full swing. I'm going to operate in the commander mode of consciousness. And I'm glad you're all here. In my experience as a commander, the word is used in a spiritual context, not in a military context. On Earth, you use the word commander if you're in charge of the police department or in charge of the Air Force group or military or something. But off planet, when we call ourselves commanders, it has a very spiritual context. On Earth, you all use the word commander in a different context, definition, right? So tonight, I'm going to be full blast in my commandership as CmdrAleon. Not that I'm never CmdrAleon, I'm always CmdrAleon. But you're going to see CmdrAleon in action. Okay? So welcome. Welcome to a show dedicated to our space brothers and sisters that are coming from all over the multiverse. Good to see you, Mar, Anya. Everybody coming in here, welcome. And pretty soon we'll have April in here. I was just on her live and it was beautiful. Actually got to see some of the fairies that were actually there. So we're going to have a beautiful show. Those that are gravitated towards this will be here. Those that are not won't. It's just the way it is. The ones that are supposed to be here will be here for the show. And I'm sure there'll be new people drawing into my broadcast here. So welcome. We're just near 11 o'clock, so we're not even started yet. We'll be starting soon. I felt like getting on just a few minutes early. And also, one thing I've always known is that the space people, our space family, watches our show. We've talked about this before when we're on with April, when we get on. They don't have a TV set. I don't know how they do it, but they're able to watch everything we do on the show. So they'll be watching the broadcast, they'll be listening. And at times, I believe, when we come together, April and I, they actually will communicate from April's side and she'll translate what they're saying because they're right there with her. Marinette, good to see you. Amanda, welcome to the show. Diane, everybody coming in here. May the force be with you. Good to have you with us. Blue, welcome to light. Welcome. Shept777. Sand, welcome. User 171. Jay Monty. All the people coming there. Tina Marie, I think it is. Hound Dog or something. The Crazy Vapor. Morningstar, that's a nice name. Tammy Bentley. Everybody coming in here. I'll be ending up reading names all night. So just I'm going to say welcome everybody, wherever you are. All the brothers and sisters out there, wherever you are, welcome to the show. Hey, Dawn, good to see you. And in a few minutes, we'll be starting officially. And we'll be providing any questions you have. Yes, with the apple cider, absolutely. We got a whole thing of that. Got to have my apple cider no matter what night I'm on here. Hey, Tina. I know, Judy White, our audience will increase as we get started. It's spontaneous that way in terms of tonight with the audience. But we're going to have a great show. Tomorrow night, we're going to get back to more of a regular, well, there's never ever a regular show here, but we're going to do interviews tomorrow night. So hold off anybody who needs to be interviewed regarding your experiences. Hey, David, we're going to start with that tomorrow night. Tonight is our Ashtar Command special. So welcome everybody coming in here. Stargazer, Little Beck, Al, that's a good name. Al's a good name. Mike Hall. David, thank you for the roses. We appreciate the gifts. And we'll be talking about our C5 in Connecticut. That's coming up. There's two of them. One that my good friend Grace is doing on the 20th, the American Fox Welcome. And one that we're putting together a week before that at an apple orchard field on the 13th of April. So there's some really incredibly beautiful things going on here. CmdrAleon, thank you for the roses. We have a very, very active group of people here in New England, and we're all close to where we are. It's kind of amazing how that works, that all of us are connected, and we're all in the region here. We're all like, for some reason, this is where we are. Whoever thought, that would be the case. But we have two beautiful events coming up. I want to welcome everybody as we get started pretty soon. May I ask, do or have you contacted UFO encounters? Have I had UFO encounters? Yes, I'm a contactee. When I was a kid in the 1960s, I had my first interaction with space people in a cul-de-sac in a flying saucer craft that was hovering in my court, or my cul-de-sac. And they were human beings with light blue spacesuits with a center energy thing that was blinking like crazy. And then I went back upstairs and they were still there. And they communicated with me through telepathy and told me I wasn't from Earth. They said I was part of their family, so to speak. I was from the stars. That's when I was a kid. Al, thank you for the roses. And I have had many sightings since the 1960s. I've had two major spaceship sightings in the 80s. And I actually, in the 90s, was in upstate New York, standing in a crop circle that had been there for a couple of weeks with some friends of mine. I came out of the closet about my true knowingness of where I came from probably when I was a kid. And then I went underground with it. I didn't talk about it. So originally, before Earth, I came from Mars. Mars, a planet with 10 to 15 million inhabitants. Very spiritual planet, very advanced. I've worked with the Ashtar Command since before the internet. I'm very sure of who I am. I'm very sure of everything. I read energy. I read people. I know what I'm reading. And I can read beautiful, loving energy from people, or energy that is deceiving or whatever. I'm able to read energy all the time. I do. Hey, Aline, good to see you. So we're going to have a beautiful show tonight. I use the word beautiful. Lacey, good to have you with us. And our space brothers, Commander Robar, who's on the ship, my father, and also, I don't know who the fourth is. And for people that are asking about this, I want to make it clear so there's no confusion. I don't want there to be any confusion here. April is not choosing who is coming on the spaceship. They found her. Her father found her in Vermont in their spaceships in her area. Also, there's a beautiful energy field there that's there. So when they found her, they told her somehow I came on TikTok. I never even knew who she was. I didn't even know April. Hey, Carol. And then she found my show here. And now I kind of know that I was guided to go. My friends keep saying, go to TikTok, start a show on TikTok. You got to go to TikTok. I said, why? It's all a bunch of kids. Boy, was I wrong. There weren't a bunch of kids on here. There were actually a bunch of adults on here. I mean, there are kids on here, but there are a lot of adults on here. I was like, hey, Matt, good to see you. So the universe works in very interesting ways when we get out of our human heads. When people get out of their human heads, it's so much better. When you get into your spiritual head instead of your human head, things make a lot of sense, don't they? So I know as on the other live, I don't know who the fourth person is that's going to be on the ship, and I don't know what other people around the world that the space people of the command are getting ready to contact. I have no idea. None of us do. April doesn't know, and I don't know. All I do know is that when that time comes, and I know it's soon, I've already told my family here, my biological family, I told my wife that I'll be being off planet for a while, and there's nothing to worry about. I'll be coming back. It might be like a 45-minute thing on Earth time, but it might be like a full day and in space or full whatever. I don't know how that works. You got to understand, this is the first time in a conscious state, physically being invited on a ship. And I use the word invited, not taken. Big difference. Hey, please, thank you for the finger heart. So we're going to spend the night educating people about what's happening here, because it really is fluid. It's we don't know what day or night this thing is going to happen in terms of the contact of going on the ship. We have our C5 event on the 13th. I've been told that they're going to show up when we're in the field. I don't know what's going to happen there. The way I understand it, and other than that, they will make an appearance, but there's been nothing stated about being taken on the ship on the 13th. So let's not get that going there, because then we're going to have people over the world asking me about that. And again, all we're doing is a C5 event. But they're supposedly going to be there, or their ships are or a ship will be there. I don't know how that's going to work. That's why things are we're very honest and very open. And when I do this show, I'm very honest about it. I won't make up any stories. If I don't know something, I'm not gonna, Dr. Greer, I don't think Dr. Greer even knows what's happening with this. I'm sure he's doing a lot of other things that are important, with his interviews with different people. I know if Dr. Greer was interested in this, he knows how to contact me or us. So I'm not too concerned about Dr. Greer. I think this is something that that's what Friday nights are for, to educate people. My goal is to have people all having the same understanding about what's happening here, not hearing rumors or stories from other people. We're going to keep it straight honest, and we always will. It's about 11:04 in the evening, and I won't predict who the fourth person is that's going on the ship, or the fifth or the sixth, or whoever they decide on the space, whoever the people, the star people of the command have chosen to be on this ship. I have no idea. We don't make those decisions. We don't make the choices. So it's great to see you too, Johnny, brother. It's going to be interesting to meet you on the spaceship. You and they've actually selected you. They selected April 1st when her father found her. Then I got connected. None of us appointed ourselves to anything here. We're all very humble in what we're doing. Everything we do here is humble, universal. There's unconditional love. We don't, you know, hey, if nothing happened, I'm fine with that too. If something happens, I'm fine with that too, But there's going to be different waves. I believe there's going to be many waves of people going through this. I don't know if we would call this the first wave, maybe. I cannot wait either. I wish I knew where to be when this is going to happen. I have no idea where I'm supposed to be. I'm here. I'm going to be in Connecticut when it happens. I'm not going all over the world to get there. I'm going to be right here. But I don't know where I'm going to be, which is interesting, not knowing where you're going to be when you're taken on a spaceship. But we'll find out, We'll find out. Hey, Brim. Good evening, brother. It's good to see everybody here. I know April will be on pretty soon. I'm feeling very relaxed tonight, and I'm always relaxed, but I'm feeling really relaxed, very confident. Not only confident, I feel invigorated. I feel this sense of love that is just incredible. And I know all of you can feel things that are happening. You can feel that energy, that synergy of great change that's coming to the planet, right? A lot of change is coming to Earth. Forget all the Earth-based TV stuff. Man, that stuff will just get you confused in a heartbeat. Hey, keep mind pure. And everyone here, believe it or not, has a connection not only to the star beings and the Ashtar Galactic Command, which is actually overseeing a lot of the Christed beings are overseeing what's happening. I know April talked about it earlier on her live about how they're waiting for the fleets to come because they have to, they're coming from very far distances. All these spaceships with people from other planetary systems that are here to help our planet. They're coming from very far. Yes, I do believe in God. You kidding me? God is universal on all the planetary systems of light. Scrubs USA. God is not in a church, not in a temple, not in a mosque. God is everywhere. Hey, John, thank you for that. God is everywhere. Yeah, do I believe in God? Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't I believe in God? I come from off planet. I come from Mars. On Mars, people believe in God. We don't go to church. We don't go to temples. We believe in God. Hey, Candy Coated. I love when people ask me that question. Do you believe in God? When you're a Christed being of light, and I'm not talking about religion, all the space people that are coming from distances of other planetary systems to help the Earth, they are Christed beings of light. They all believe in God. Oh, you're welcome, Scrubs. I appreciate the question. I know you do. And I'm glad you're here. You're going to learn some galactic stuff tonight. This is Ashtar Command in its best form. Katie, thank you for being here. So the commander is going to be the commander tonight. You're going to see me in command mode. You're already starting to see me in command mode. Not talk show mode, command mode. The energies are so crazy. My body goes through so much. I can imagine that, Gramps. Oh, Sherry, hey, good. Hey, Sherry, you're curious? We're glad to have you with us. You'll find everybody that's watching my show here has a belief in God and Christ consciousness and love and unconditional understanding. So I'm glad you found me. Usually at some point people on TikTok find me. Matt, thank you. Because what I'm doing here is going to transform the planet, this show. We're going to be busting the system. Hey, Katie. We're here to bust the belief systems of people on Earth, in a beautiful way. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it together. Jersey 4, thank you for the heart buff. Everything we do has a meaning, a synergy, a purpose. So when I speak tonight as an Ashtar Commander, I can because I'm with the Ashtar Command. Beyond being always normally trying to be the talk show host on my radio show or here, I really, truly am a space being in this human bodysuit that we call the human bodysuit. We all have one, right? You all have one. But inside your bodysuit, you're more than just a conscious human being having a human experience. Once you remember who you are truly a space being, right? When you awaken to your galactic consciousness, you are a space being, not just a human being. You have a multiple consciousness. Do you understand? Multiple consciousness. You can switch your consciousness from human to your galactic consciousness. Hey, Solomon, thank you for the likes. Good to have people coming in here. Hey, Julie, welcome. Norm, too. Walter, welcome. See, people are going to find this show because they're supposed to. They're spirits, they're inner spirits, paranormal. Thank you for the heart. For the roses. What am I talking about? People will find me here because their inner spirits, their inner higher self will find this show. This show is going to bring people from all over the world together for a purpose. A beacon of light in a place of confusion. A beacon of light in a place of confusion. You see, the good thing is the commander is not confused in what we're doing. I got sent here to complete a mission. My media background off planet intergalactically allowed me to use Earth-based media for this purpose, where I'm able to interact in human form, be human, experience humanity, but also remember who I am. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. I sounded like Bashar Commander. Well, I don't know. I've listened to Bashar, but the only thing is I can't channel myself. But I do understand. And good to see you, Stella Bella. So there's a lot of things coming down the pike. Many, many, many ships are coming. Many ships. Hey, young Skywalker, may the force be with you. I love that name, young Skywalker. Excellent name. When we understand that all these ships that are coming from long, far away places beyond this particular realm, you've not seen anything yet. When the ships come, the skies above Earth are going to be lit up like a firecracker. And I kid you not. Thank you. When the ships come, you're going to see them without a question. And many of these ships carry thousands of people on them. These are huge ships. These are big ships. There'll be small ships, but there are big ships. The reason they're coming, Jenny, is because these are our brothers and sisters, our galactic star family. These are people from beyond this realm. They're coming here to help our planet. They're coming here to help us learn to help ourselves. Al, thank you. They're coming here because, not that you individually messed it up, but we've been messing up our planet. We've done a good job of messing up our planet. Excuse me. No hybrids. These are not hybrids. This is direct galactic people. The Ashtar Command, there are no hybrids. These are many beautiful people from other planetary systems. Excuse me. What's going to happen is when they do come, when we do go on the spaceship, the first group of us that are going on the ship, we're going to come back with things and information to share with everybody. Whatever that is, I'm sure my consciousness is going to be elevated even 10 times higher than it is now. I've already been downloaded, even not even being on the ship. I'm already feeling the downloads for weeks now. And I'm activated in such a way that I'm sharing things without even having the question what I'm sharing because I already know what it is. You see? Brim says the same thing with him. He's getting downloaded. Blue Moon, welcome to the show. Everyone coming in here, welcome. So within the Ashtar Galactic Command, the saying we would say years ago is that we are guardians of the light. What does that mean? Guardians of the light means we are guardians of the light. We represent the light. We represent the highest form of love, the very highest form of consciousness in the frequency of love. Now, the definition of love on Earth is a little bit different than the definition of love off planet. Hey, Gary, good to see you. On Earth, there are many definitions of love. Where we come from, off planet, love is a sense of beingness, togetherness, living in peace, understanding with the one, with the Creator. Hey, Julie. DBG, thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate the galaxy. And when I talk about love, the love that doesn't totally yet exist on Earth because of all the things going on this planet that have been done by people in power, there's a divine love that we have for all humanity. A divine love. And that divine love is unconditional. On Earth, people put conditions on everything. Not everybody here does that, but there are people, billions of them, that have conditions. They have contracts. They sign papers. Everything's a condition. Nothing is totally unconditional. You have to sign this paper to get this. If you want that, you have to do this. But if you truly live as an unconditional loving person and say, I am an unconditional loving person, then you have to walk the walk and talk the talk. So if someone comes on the street to me and says, I am really unconditionally loving, but wait a minute, I've got to do this. You can't do this. I can't do it. Then they're saying there's a condition on love. If someone says to me, hey, Danny, hello there, Psychic Kimmy. If someone says to me, they're unconditionally loving, I'm going to watch what they do when they say they're unconditional loving. Because to be unconditional on this planet as a human being, you must be unconditional. If you put conditions on your love, then you're not unconditionally loving. You see what I mean? Off planet, many of the star people, well, not many, all of them are. They live in a sense of love with each other. It's almost like a cosmic communal understanding. Okay? Everybody shares everything. Everybody understands everything. Everything is always connected to the one. And what is the one? The one is what you know as God, the Creator, Source. It's all the same thing. It's semantics. It's all different words for the same thing. Hello, Pete Star. So with that understanding, we have that love. We have that consciousness. And it's important to understand the very foundation of that love. Okay? It's important to understand how that works. With that said, as I see the future of the planet, I see, do you like turtle soup? I'm not a turtle soup person. I would say no. I have a chicken noodle soup thing, but not turtle soup. That was an acquired taste. But I will say this. It is more important now for people to prepare themselves for what's coming. For many years, in this current lifetime, people have been told things are happening, things are always going to be happening, things are going to be really, really happening this year or the following year. And a lot of it came from people that were channeling, people that were projecting things over the years, the last 30 years. Of all the magazines I've read, including Sedona Journal, which I used to write for, many things were projected. Some of it might have been somewhat accurate, but again, things are amping up now. I'm going to bring Friends with Furries on. It's important that I bring her on because she's part of this whole journey. There's a few other people that have her go on camera. I enjoyed watching her live earlier. Good evening, April.
Hello.
Let me turn my volume up. Is my volume not up? Oh, I didn't have my volume up. You know what? I had my volume down. Okay. Now I can hear everything. It's funny how I have my headphones on, earphones.
You had your headphones on, your volume down?
Well, it goes down when I put my earpods on, but I forget to turn the volume up, and now I can hear everything.
Okay. Give me just a second,
Take your
Commander,
time.
and we'll be right with you.
Yeah. And also, we're going to tell you right now that Commander Robar and the people on the ship, probably my mother's on the ship listening to this, they can listen to the show. They can watch the show, actually. I don't know how they watch the show. I haven't figured that out yet, but they can watch everything we're doing right now on TikTok, on the spaceship right now. Whether you believe that or not, one thing you have to learn about me, I don't care whether you believe it or not. You see, that's the good thing about me. I don't care. I already know. And that's all I have to know is that I know what I know, what I know, what I know, what I know. And I'm sure April's father is watching and her family's watching. So on the ship afar, they're listening and watching. Understand that. You see. And if you can't understand that, that's okay too. It doesn't matter because it's happening. And what we're talking about is the great transformation of our time, the great transformation of our planet, the transformation that will be the biggest thing that your children's will experience. The little kids now, the babies, the little ones, as they get older, they're going to live through a major galactic transformation of the planet. Isn't that amazing? The little ones, they're going to actually see everything. They're going to experience everything. And as they grow older, contact will have already happened. When your little ones get older, if you have kids, they're going to live in a beautiful place, in a beautiful space. All right? They are. That's why I came to Earth. That's why I'm here. Good evening, April. You know, and I know what I know. Like I get downloads constantly. That's why I tell people I don't need to read any websites because those websites are they're not the truth. You know, people have agendas on this planet. All these websites do, no matter who they are. Everything is fluffy wuffy on their agendas. I have to keep my consciousness clear. If I don't keep my consciousness clear, I can't do my mission work. So if I shake things up a little bit on here, that's what I need to do. Bad One says, Commander, I figured out my dream. It's a deadline. Okay, very good. So tonight is a special night where the Ashtar Command, myself, has come here to make Friday nights a place for the command to be present. There's no channeling. We're not doing pendulums. We're not throwing crystal balls in the sky. We don't have cards. We don't have little pendulums jangling in front of our screen. We don't do any of that stuff. We don't have neon lights behind us. Everything you're getting from me is real. And it's always been that way even before I was on the internet. Every workshop I've ever done is real. Every experience I've projected is real. And now it's even getting incredibly real. So I want to introduce April if you don't know who she is. But I also want to say, once you're in your commandership, meaning your spiritual light, no matter who you are, you have to know who you are, people. If you don't follow the lead of your own higher self, your own spiritual guidance, you need to. You break away from the 3D world of all the garbage on TV. Once you get to tune into yourself, it's the most beautiful experience for everybody out there. And I'm now stronger than ever in my spirit. My guidance is very strong. My discernments have become better, much better, and I know what I'm doing. So trust me, everybody out there, we're in for a cosmic ride coming up. And everyone will eventually be on that ride. Whether you're on that ride physically on a ship or on the ground level, you know what I'm talking about. And you know, listening to the vibrations of my voice, I'm very, very, at this point, what's the word? There's a word I'm trying to think of. I'm very strong in my spirit. I'm very, very strong right now in my spirit. Nothing can shake it. Nothing. Nothing can shake your spirit either. Nothing should. But we're going to grow, increase our love for each other, and understanding for each other. And it has to be done with love. Everything we do, whatever you do out there, whoever you meet, be that unconditional loving person. Be the person you say you are. And I guarantee you, it's going to be a beautiful planet. And we're all going to be here to see it. All of us. It's not exclusive. It's inclusive. Remember that. Inclusive, not exclusive. Inclusive, not exclusive. I feel like that's I feel like that's a song coming about. But anyway, so I'm going to introduce April for people that don't know her. She's become really a beautiful friend. She has beautiful energy. She's a beautiful spirit. And I want people to look at this from their cosmic consciousness, not from their 3D consciousness. Cosmic consciousness, not 3D. Cosmic consciousness, not 3D. Do you understand? Cosmic consciousness. Oops, I almost looked like glasses there. Cosmic consciousness, not 3D. The mind is 3D. Your inner spirit will know. Always. Good evening, April. Your microphone is, you have your mic on. You got your microphone on, April. Do you hear me? What's going on here? Okay, now there you go.
I forgot. I was sitting there talking, telling people thank you, and yeah, sorry, I had my microphone muted.
You could have become a ventriloquist, but you could have been a Charlie Chaplin, the guy who was silent in silent movies. But go ahead. Welcome.
Okay, so Commander, we have some news. I needed time to process everything because of the last trip that I went on. There was a lot more to it that we hadn't talked about yet. And so, you know, the reason I knew about the clouds and them giving the moisture back to the earth is because when I went on the ship, I went on that ship.
Like the one we're looking on the side of you. I see that ship behind you, the little one.
The little
one.
I
see it.
I wish I could make it bigger, but I can't. But it's right above the mountain. The ship looks like. Remember that video that Down the Rabbit Hole showed us with that orb that was flying around that thing? Now that was a real ship. I would have thought CG, but it was real because there it is.
Yeah, I see it too. Okay, is that the white ship on the right side of you? The one that's like
that's a ship as well, but that's the one
I saw that ship. I see the ship there. I can see it coming. It's a little bit bigger, like a pyramid almost.
This is the mountain.
Yeah. Where's the ship? Right there?
Right there.
Oh, yeah. I see it. There it is. And I saw the other ship. So I saw two ships.
Yeah. There was a bunch in the mountains at night, but that's the one that I went with. That's the one that's their weather ship. Now that's the one that does the moisture and stuff like that. That ship is also their portal ship, porthole ship. So it goes through the portals. Yeah, it's a portal hopper ship.
That ship can go through portal hop from one. So it's almost like it's like when you see Star Wars when they were taking the ships and going rapidly, and then it looks like they're like spread, like going ahead of themselves, and then it catches up and stops.
Yes,
that's the concept.
They actually went through a portal with me in the ship, and it was the weirdest sensation that I can tell you. It was it felt. Hold on one second. Hey, stop whining. I told you my dog's a crybaby. His answer to everything is whining.
Oh boy, yeah.
I'm sorry about the whining.
That's okay. Don't worry. I have a cat, so that doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
So anyways, so they took me to a different couple of places around the world to show me where they gather their moisture, and were explaining to me about their connection with our nature, and how the reason why there was so many Bigfoot in the mountain that night was because they were collecting some much needed supplies that they needed for their ship, and the stuff that they wanted as well, the honey and whatnot. They don't take these things without giving something back. So they had have an agreement with the bees. So the bees give them honey, and in return they give the bees, I don't know what they give the bees, but they give the bees
Yeah,
something. And same thing with other places that they get stuff from, because they need some of the stuff for to eat, because they have to live on these ships and they're away from their home. They have to
yeah,
gather supplies. So
yeah.
that's what they do. But they give stuff back, like with our nature. Like they borrowed the moisture, they gave moisture back, but they give moisture back to the plants that need it. So that's their
Right.
agreement.
So
So
when they take the moisture, people they give it back, and is the moisture clearer than it was before they took it,
it's
or how does that
cleaner.
work?
It's
Cleaner.
cleaner. Yes, they clean
Interesting.
it, and then they give it back to the much needed, the plants that need them the most, or the trees that need them the most. So the trees will tell them which ones need the most moisture. So those are the ones that they'll distribute the moisture back to. But they
Interesting.
took me, so Stonehenge is a portal because I went through it.
Now, can you explain that? They took you through on the ship through Stonehenge. Now, Stonehenge, above Stonehenge, they took you through the
They
area
took
on the
me
ship.
right down through the middle of it. It turns into a portal. It's like a
It turns into a
Stargate.
portal.
It's like a
It's a
Stargate.
Stargate.
But
Interesting.
you gotta think of it like this. So you know how Stonehenge is circular, right? And it's got the pillars all around
Yeah,
it.
the pillars. Yeah.
So they went right through the top of it, and it immediately formed into a portal, and we went through it.
So
And
from the top
and
of
it was
it, the
almost
circular
like,
part.
right. So you go from up above, so that when the ships are coming through, they go from up above, then right down into it.
Wow,
And it was
that's amazing.
very cool, and it's all very stealthy too. Like there was people standing outside and they didn't see any of this happening. So I saw none of it
Really,
happening, and I saw the people standing there taking pictures.
you were able to see people taking pictures outside the spaceship
Yep.
at Stonehenge. That's really amazing,
Isn't
folks.
that cool? And it was done
And
very stealthy. Like they didn't even know. They didn't even know we were like going through. It was like the wind was
that's
blowing through them.
crazy.
Isn't that cool?
It
So
is kind of funny though.
we went
Yeah,
through the portal. So Stonehenge is a portal. And so we went through it, and that ball and that. So listen, that ship can change sizes. It can be very small, like how it was in the video,
yeah.
or it can be quite large, but the inside stays the same.
The
I don't
inside is
know.
large, but it can make itself small. But the interior of the spaceship, beyond human comprehension, is much larger. Even if it makes itself smaller, you're never going to be shrinking. You're in a large ship. That's very interesting.
There was about 50 beings on that ship that were traveling around, and it's like tiers inside, like levels inside.
Yeah.
It was very cool, and
Wow.
it's controlled at a center of the sphere. There's like and it's suspended, like control
It's
room.
like is it an energy control room or something?
Yeah, that's what it looked like, but it looked like it looked like glass, but it wasn't glass, but it was like a
Okay.
completely clear suspended, like
Interesting.
star seat sitting there, and these beings, and it had um communication table all the way around
They,
it.
so
Three
they had a control room, so to speak,
hmm
in this bubble
three
that was
beings
the
control it.
control the ship.
hmm
Interesting.
Three beings control it. One for communications, which is your job, Commander. I thought you would love this, but
Yes.
one of them does communications. The other one controlled the weather stuff that was happening, and the other one actually drove it. So three control seats were up there for different. are different beings for different reasons, but they all sit together up in this control bubble dome thing.
Wow.
I thought it was really cool, but that would be something like along the lines of your job. What you do on this ship is communications, but
Yeah, I think
your communications on your star being self is communications on one of their large ships, their motherships.
the large motherships. Interesting. I wonder what that control looks like. I guess I will see it hopefully when we all go on the ship.
Yeah. So there's more news. We do have a fourth. There is a fourth one of
There's a
us.
fourth. They have a fourth that they told you there was a fourth. So I want people to understand. They told her there's a fourth. April is not choosing anybody here. April is communicating when she comes back from the ship journey. She's communicating to us what they're telling us. You know, her father and other people on the ship. So she's getting that from them. So I want there to be a very clear understanding that we're not appointing people to go on the spaceship. We have nothing to do with it. We're just like anybody else out here. Although, the only thing I will say is my father is on the ship. She met my father. She met some of the. I don't think you've met all my family. I haven't even met any of them yet.
I've only met your father.
My father, who's a
Your other
commander,
family was on their waiting ship.
on the waiting ship.
I mean, the
living ship.
Sorry,
Where they live.
the living
so
ship.
they choose, well, because we are biologically related. She has biological family on the ship. I have biological family on the ship. My father is a commander on the ship, on the bigger ship.
Mm-hmm.
So I want people to understand this and get out of the 3D mindset. Throw your 3D mind out the window on this show, because else you're not going to get it. You're not going to understand what's going on here. So I'm going to turn it back over to you. But I have no idea where we're supposed to be, and they'll probably let us know. I guess, I don't know where we're supposed to be when we get taken on the ship.
They will just come and get us. That's what I asked. I said that you were worried about how you were going to be picked up, and they kind of laughed because they will come and get you they told me when the time comes that all will be revealed, and that when the time comes, we will just be going with them.
Okay, and I completely understand that. That's why I'm like,
I'm sure. You've been getting your memories back little by little, and they have been downloading you with this stuff. And so, I think because see, the way it starts is the way they explained it to me is. It started with me. They started showing me stuff, and then I tell you this stuff, and it starts bringing your memories back.
It
And then
activates memory.
Me and you were talking to Johnny. It brings Johnny's memory back, and then our fourth. I haven't told our fourth yet. That they are our fourth. So I want to make sure that same thing with Johnny, that they're okay with people knowing, and safety and stuff is being taken care of.
And when April tells the fourth, and we're going to wait till that happens, because we want to make sure everything's done in the correct way here. When the fourth knows about it quietly, and the fourth feels okay, I'll come on and speak to the fourth one, whoever they are. We're going to obviously let the fourth one speak on my show. Why not? I mean, then we'll know who it is, and they can speak for themselves. So I think April's doing this accordance to
how they're revealing it to me.
How they're revealing it, and we're honoring and respecting our star family on the ship the way it's being done. I think we're doing it in a very beautiful way, and we'll find out who the fourth one is soon.
Yeah.
Rod is saying, will everyone see these ships appear at the same time?
Yes.
Yes, they will.
Yep. Absolutely. That's one thing they made clear, is that all these ships are going to come at the same time. The government will not have a choice. Disclosure is going to happen. The commander has been singing it for years. He's been literally singing it for years, that it is going to happen, because he already knew. He has been in communication with Ashtar Command. He has been communicating with them for years. He was first contacted as a child. If you don't know the commander has been communicating with has communicated with his star family the very first time as a child. And just like myself, our stories are actually pretty darn similar, with the exception of how we were contacted, but around about the same age, and nobody believed us.
No, back
And
then nobody would believe anything. I mean, my
mm-mm.
family, as April's telling, like when I saw that spaceship, which I used to think when it first happened, I'll say this. I thought I had dreamt it. I thought I didn't see us. I thought the spaceship in my brother's room in the cul-de-sac in Long Island and a fog around it and men, women, and children wearing spacesuits. I'm saying they're light blue spacesuits. Then I remember, well, I'm trying to get rid of this dream because it was only a dream, right? It's only a dream. It's not real. But ever since then, I could never wipe it out of my consciousness because the reason why I finally realized as I got older, I actually had the encounter with people that were part of my star family, and I saw them physically in a spaceship, and they had these windows around the ship. It was a flying saucer type craft, um, and they never told me. I never forgot. They kept telling me. Well, they didn't keep telling me. They said, "You're not from here. You're not from Earth. You're part of our family." And I didn't know. As a kid, I didn't know. Then I forgot about it. I didn't really forget about it, but I went to college and did all the kids do, high school, junior high school, the whole bit, the whole Earth-based thing, right?
Right.
But yeah, but what April's saying is, I never forgot. I tried to forget and thought it was a dream in the early part of my life, but you can't wipe a dream away if it's real. If it's not a dream, if it's real, you can't wipe it away. I've had too many experiences. I've been on this mission, uh, you know, I've been on this mission for a lot of years before the internet. I've
You've been
been
on this
here
mission your
to,
whole life. Your whole
pretty
life.
much, yeah.
I mean,
You
you
know,
had to have been. I mean, from a teenager, you've shown pictures. Look how young you were. You started. You've been on this mission even without knowing you were on this mission.
yeah,
Did you
that's
do you
actually true.
think
I
if
didn't
you
know I
think
was on the
that?
mission.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the stories you tell and the things you talk about, like Commander, legit, you have been on this journey your whole life and you've been on this mission your whole life. You just didn't know it. And the same thing with me. It's like now that contact has happened for these reasons, it's like
Hmm.
now everything is starting to make sense. It's like
Yeah,
everything.
absolutely.
And then even me being guided to your show, how is it possible that the people that are meant to go on this specific mission that you and I are going on, how is it we are all in your show? How
We're
is
all in the
that
same.
possible?
How's that? How's that? We didn't plan
We
that.
were
I didn't even.
all
I didn't.
guided ahead of time.
I never knew who April was. I didn't know who Johnny was. I
A
didn't know who
year I've been
anybody
on his
was.
show. A
I never
year.
knew who any of these people were. We didn't plan this out. We said, let's get on TikTok and make up a story. You can't make this up. This is all really happening. And like I said, the way I look at it, from my perspective, and I'll say it even before I was on the internet, I don't care what people think. If I cared what people think and their opinions were, I'd be like hiding in a cave. I really don't care. As you get to know me, I love everybody, but I know my own worth. And as a commander, spiritually, I'm very strong in my understandings, in my light. I'm very strong. So
And
just
he and
understand
you
that.
are. You are because for even for me, like I've been in communication with my fairy friends for years and I was so scared to tell people that I could see these beings and you helped me to come out.
Oh,
You
thank
were the
you.
one, your strength helped me to come out. You made me feel comfortable with who I was to be able to come out of my closet with that, hey, I've been seeing all these fairies and beings and I can show people, I've got hundreds of video hours of proof and, I
Yeah.
can even go on a live and show you that these beings are with me, um, you helped me to basically, and I'm not going to say the word, but you
Right.
basically gave me the strength to have the effort, to just say,
No, I understand that. You
and
know,
it's like I I wasn't brave enough to do that, but now you have given me the strength to not care what anybody thinks, and I don't care what anybody
and
thinks. And
I appreciate that so much, and don't ever care what anybody thinks, because whatever anybody thinks is immaterial. Because if you're thinking about what's going on, they're coming from a 3D perspective, and they're using their brain instead of their heart. When
hmm
you use your brain instead of your heart, then you're not going to get it, folks. You got to use your heart. And I'm not talking about your physical heart. I'm talking about that so-called spiritual heart that you have. That's the one you got to listen to. That's the one that's gonna, elevate you. So, and April was when we first met, and I interviewed her. I didn't know who she was. I had no idea who she was. I thought she was like any other person I'd be interviewing, but I did not know the connection we would have.
No,
in
and
terms
I
of this
didn't
whole thing.
either. And we were like immediate. It was just something. I don't know what it was, but something brought us together. And then
Yeah,
our third comes out, and now we've got a fourth. And you were gonna, it's gonna blow your mind when you find out who the fourth is. But
I'll be very happy to keep it a. I have no idea
it
that
didn't make
whatever April
sense to me
knows.
because you know what our mission is, and it didn't
Yeah,
make sense to me that, I mean, that's a big mission for just two people, and I'm sitting here going, why isn't there
yeah,
more? Because I know there's a
there have
lot
to be
more.
more.
Yeah, there had to be. And then Johnny, then they talked about, Johnny. And then, but that room that they brought me in with the chosen ones, what I thought in my back of my head is that this is the room that is for the chosen starseeds that were from across the world. Now, they didn't tell me that, or they still haven't specified whether it was or not, but there was a lot of cylinders in that room. And I'm
Hmm.
thinking, is that, in the back of my head, I'm thinking, okay, so is that the group of people that are going with us? Is that the group of people that are on this
Right.
mission? Is that the group? What's everybody's job? I had a lot of questions. I really
Yeah.
did. And I wanted to ask, but they had so much they were trying to show me and give me so much
Yeah.
information.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I completely
You
forgot to ask the question.
Someone's saying, a connoisseur saying, when will they reveal themselves to all of humanity? I can kind of answer that question. I may, and I'll let you also do that too.
Mhm.
They're going to be revealing to humanity probably in less than 3 years. And I'm being very conservative when I say less than 3 years, everybody. In less than 3 years, you're going to see things happening that have not ever happened on this planet before. And you're going to know about it on this show. You're not going to know about it from all these other places on YouTube, whatever, with all the stuff that they're going to do. You're going to get the real information right here, right on this TikTok, right
I
here on
think
this
I
show.
think I kind of get the feeling that they're giving them just enough rope to hang themselves. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah,
they're giving
yeah,
them just enough rope for people to have enough that they'll
yeah,
be ready for this change to happen when it does.
yeah. It's going to
It's
definitely be,
happening. The commander's
yeah,
been saying it for years that this is happening, and he called it because he already knew. He knew deep in his soul that this was happening, and he's been saying it. He's been telling everybody. But that's what our job is. That's what we're supposed to be doing.
yeah. It's supposed to be educating people. If I get on here and say, let me know your name and I will tell you whether you're going to get married or divorced. Well, are you interested in knowing about money? Come to the commander because the commander will tell you. Are you looking to be a billionaire? I see in your life a future in Wall Street. You're going to become an executive in one of the buildings up there and you're going to make lots and lots of money. You see that the difference is that's all garbage. You know, that's meaningless. What's meaningful is where we're going to be heading right now cosmically, everybody. We're going to be heading into a space that is beyond anything you've ever imagined. Understand this. When I speak now, I'm speaking cosmic truth. It comes from being very amped up tonight. I'm very focused tonight as CmdrAleon. So it's nice to meet Earth-based people, and some of you are not Earth-based people, but I am CmdrAleon. Understand who I am, and I love every one of you. Every one of you. You know what love is? It's the expression of incorporating all of us together. No, there's no conditional love. There's no being what's the word for it? Jealous or not jealous? Well, whatever. Or just saying, well, I wish I can do what they're doing. Throw that stuff out the window. Everyone is important here. Everyone's part of everything that's going on here. You know, that's the most beautiful thing we're going to experience is each other, our galactic family down the road. And when we come back from that ship, we're coming back to share information, not to conceal information. That's what you have to understand. We're not doing any guest interviews tonight. We're doing them tomorrow night. But so if you have a question, you can ask it of us related to what we're talking about. Okay. I'm going to turn, and also I would mention if April has the other phone on, if our space brothers wish to communicate with us with music or whatever later in the evening, they will. We will show you that we are in contact with our space brothers. They have, if you've watched our show, they use one of the older phones that April has, and they beautifully have expressed themselves with music that expresses how they feel about what we're doing and how we are. And believe me, there'll be a time when when we go on the ship, and we'll figure out a way where they can physically come on to the phone in person. Maybe they'll have to wear a spacesuit. I don't know. But down the road, once I get on the ship, I'm going to talk to my commander father, Robar, and see if that's possible. That's one of the things I plan on doing when I go on the ship. I don't know if April knew that, but I'm going to ask if that's even possible.
Oh my God, this dog. Okay, I'm
And the
gonna.
dog.
Wait. Yes, he's being very whiny tonight. I'm going to actually switch rooms while we're talking.
Okay,
So
that's okay.
there's something else too that I was gonna talk to you about. Now these portals that hold on just a sec. Let me switch rooms
Go ahead.
because this dog
No
is driving
problem.
me nuts. So the portal that a little darker in here. I'm gonna turn a light. Oh, that's too much light.
Wow.
I'm sorry, I'm a little
I,
dark.
well,
But
you look like you're going on the ship. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
know. Hold on. Let me see if I can
If you do
get
go on the
well.
ship while you're alive, that'll be interesting, but that's not going to happen. But I shouldn't even say that.
Okay, so listen. So the portal that I went through was at Stonehenge, okay? But
Yeah.
now they do somebody was asking about natural portals, so that kind of I almost forgot about that. So when they work with the trees, they work with nature and the bees and all that stuff, and they also work with the Bigfoot beings. Now the portals are everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere that nature is, they can
Mm-hmm.
use the energy from nature to create natural portals, and the Bigfoot beings and the fairies work with them, and they actually pull these portals open basically out of thin air. But I don't know how, and I have to ask this next time, how they communicate down when one of them are coming through, or one are going to be like either coming through or going through one. But these beings will meet in a specific spot. The ships will come and the portal will be opened. There will always be 6 to 7 ships where these portals are being opened, which is what's been happening in my mountain. Remember, I
Yeah.
kept telling you something's
Yeah.
going on up there. I don't know what's happening. I guess there's a bunch of natural portals up there because we jumped through a few. Um,
Yeah.
but the ones the portal on my the portals on my mountains are being opened up by the Bigfoot beings. That's why there was like 50 of them out there plus, because they were on ground collecting stuff. But they use nature to pull the energy for these portals. Isn't that cool?
Interesting. It's very amazing. Not only is it cool, it's pretty amazing for anyone who's never heard of that. So the Bigfoots, just to let you know, that are up there in the mountains where she's in Vermont, working in conjunction with the Star People, and their mission, the Bigfoot, are to also help in this framework. They're working with the Star People. They're working for the positive good. And there were 50 of them that were there the other night, as April explained, doing what they were supposed to do in terms of what they were told by the people on the ships.
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on here, folks, that you probably don't know about what's happening here. And you're probably saying, this is absolutely amazing. I've never heard it before. Well, let me tell you something. As the weeks go on this show, we will provide you as April gets it, and when the time comes that they know when they're going to pick us up on the ship. I'll be in touch. I'll be probably in touch with April offline to know when that day is or whatever. Now we also note on the 13th that they're going to make themselves present at the apple orchard. They are going to be there. I don't know what's going to be happening there. I really don't know, but we're going to find out, and you're going to find out. It's going to be as spontaneous as me coming on here, not knowing who I'm interviewing at night. That's how interesting it's going to be on the 13th of April at 8 o'clock. We're going to go live on my live here, and again, I'm praying that the weather's good. I don't think they care about the weather, but I think it doesn't matter if they're
Listen,
we're
I'm
going to.
from Vermont. If you wait 10 minutes, the weather changes here, so I'll be
I
prepared for
know.
anything. We'll just
I
have
lived in
our
Vermont
phones
for
ready
four
and some
years.
umbrellas if we got to, whatever it
Yeah,
takes. We're going
we're
to do
ready.
this thing.
We're going to be there, rain or shine. We're going to be at that
That's
apple
right.
orchard in the field.
Commander's
It
down.
doesn't
I'm
matter.
down to do it too.
I'm going to be there. I'm going to have other people that don't have TikTok that are in our Ashtar group here locally. We have a lot of light worker folks here, and I know some people that I'm going to be inviting, the people at a crystal shop here locally. They're beautiful people, and I'm going to invite them to come because they do some beautiful things, and they're very interested. I've been telling them what's happening, and they've been very interested in what we're planning to do and with the contact and everything. And it's going to essentially, what we're doing is going to make history on the planet. What we're doing here, if no one's following my show, you're missing out on learning something very important. And we're going to be making some historic history for the planet Earth. We're going to be helping the whole planet, all of us together. Everyone here is involved in this. Everyone's included. No one's excluded. I consider this like the first wave of who they've decided to bring on the ship. That, the fact is, we all live in the same area of New England, and it's kind of interesting that we all found each other through TikTok. So I guess social media does have a purpose.
I mean, I just thought it was cool. I mean, how they all guided us, and when because like I wasn't looking to go on a talk show or do any of that stuff. Like
Right.
I keep my private life very private because I swore an oath to protect these beings. And
Right.
there's been a couple of people that I've been like that have asked to come up to my property, and I'm just like, no, 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 no. People are not coming to my property. I for one thing, this is my home, and I don't want.
That's your home. That's right.
My house, and for another thing, I swore to protect these beings, and I'm not going.
And you do, and you are. You are doing that.
Because these guys.
And nobody's home. No, and nobody's home should. Your energy, your area should be yours, and no one should be. It has to be protected. I am so agreeable that space of yours needs to be protected. Nobody should be able to go there. It has to be protected. It's protected. You're being protected by the Star people. Yeah. Many of them are Ashtar Command personnel. They're protecting that spot. It's very special, and you can't have the wrong people coming up there anyway. Number one, you never would want that.
It's like, and it's not to mention the fact that I try to keep my my woods as free from humans as possible. It's like I leave it untouched as I found it. And
yeah, absolutely.
I walk there to visit, and in turn they keep a path clear for me. It doesn't matter what time of the year it is. Usually there's a cut path for me through my woods, and it's not because it's well traveled by man. It's because they keep a path for me to travel through safely.
Are the Bigfoot doing that, or a multitude of light beings doing that?
A multitude of beings, but
yeah, I thought that. Yeah,
Pumpkin doing it because he traipses.
Pumpkin, yeah. Pumpkin is he's fun. I like watching the pictures of Pumpkin. He has a beautiful energy. Yeah, he is funny.
He's big anyway, but I mean, as far as his facial features, because he's growing up in his little Bigfoot years, so he's like turning it. When I first met Pumpkin, he's like an older teenager, but now he's turning into a man one, so he's getting like more fur and stuff, and he's like getting like more, you could tell he's turning into a little man one. I don't know.
A little man Bigfoot.
Yeah, so cute.
But a positive little man Bigfoot.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him get mad though, and not mad like he was gonna hurt me, but like I saw him get scared, and he got flared up because when I was being brought onto that ship, he thought they were not hurting me, but he thought they were pulling me up too fast. So he was he grabbed my waist, and he was literally trying to like ease me into the ship like he was going to make it that far up. But he was trying. He was trying to slow them down. I think they understood.
He's trying to slow him down.
Yeah, so the beam actually slowed down because he grabbed a hold of me. He wasn't going to let me go because he's like, nope, you're not going right now because they're pulling you too fast. I could hear saying, and he goes, too fast, and he grabbed my waist.
Yeah. But it's just a thing where I know that area needs to be protected from people because that's part of my Ashtar Command understanding. I work with the command, and April needs to be protected from the outside elements of what she's doing. Now, coming here, she'll be protected because she's going to be with people that are like myself, working 1,000% Ashtar Command, coming to Earth on mission to Earth. And we're not going to let anybody interfere with anything. We're not going to have anybody in our group at the gathering that is going to be of a mixed energy or whatever. We won't allow it. I won't allow it. I will not allow anyone who comes with other intentions. And all the people that are coming are going to be people that work in Christ consciousness. We're not people that are like just starting to work out and figure out who we are. We know who we are. And the commander is the commander. Just like tonight, I'm being the commander, the Ashtar commander. And that's the mode you're hearing me in right now. I'm not just being a talk show host. We're talking about commandership. April is a commander of her own spirit. So when I say Commander April, I can say it with a loving way because she's in command of her own spirit and she doesn't care anymore what people think. And that's the way I work. I don't care what people think anymore either. We're going to do our mission work, whether you like it or not. Here we come. Watch out, planet Earth.
It's gonna be so cool. I can't wait to see what your father has planned because your father's so funny. Like he is. I told you that he was so excited to crack a knock knock joke. Did I tell you about that?
No,
Like
I didn't know about that.
that knock knock joke that goes knock knock and you go who's there and they're like
Who's there? Yeah.
they say orange a bunch of times and then the last part of it they say banana and they go aren't you glad I didn't say whatever I don't remember.
Whatever. Yeah, yeah. Whatever knockout joke is.
It's a really corny dad joke, super corny knock knock joke, and because he was they were laughing at me about the whole bathroom thing because I asked to use the restroom. They thought that I needed to lay down, and then after they got it, he thought it was hysterical because
Yeah.
I had to go pee, and he thought I was asking to lay down, and it was the miscommunication.
Yeah.
So after that, he just thought that was funny, so he was running with it. So he couldn't wait to when I got on the ship because he was saving this joke up, and he was so serious about it. And
Oh
he
my
was telling
gosh.
me this joke, and he's laughing before he even finished it. He's already laughing, and I'm just going, and he's laughing at his own joke. He didn't even give me it. He was so serious, I had to laugh.
Now, was that your father or my
That was
father?
your father.
Yeah. So now I kind of feel I know where I get a sense of humor from. I guess when I'm on the ship before I came here, I must have been a very comical person. You know.
You must have been because he was so serious about telling me this knock knock joke because it was a human joke. So
Thank you,
he was
Rod.
all about it, and he was so serious that I was laughing because his face was just like so straight, and he's trying to tell this joke, but he's laughing at himself while
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
trying to tell it. So he was
Yeah.
like totally ruining the joke because he's laughing before it was even over.
Oh my gosh.
It was
Uh,
pretty funny. He was so
and
cute.
now sometimes it's me saying, are others around the world also being taken up like April?
I
They
don't
could
know.
be. We don't know that. April and I would never know that. There could be other star fleets or other star families or star people in other parts of the world that are connecting and contacting people in Europe, in Asia, and other places that we don't know about. We don't have that knowledge. April doesn't certainly have that knowledge, and I think when we do get taken to be visiting or to be brought on this big ship, I will have plenty of questions based on thinking of everybody here. I'll have plenty of questions to ask my father, and I'll try to remember. Well, I'm probably going to be downloaded a lot of information. I'm probably going to be activated in a lot of ways. And when I come back, I'm probably going to have more knowledge off planet that I had before I came on the ship. So I'm suspecting I'm going to have more information to share with people that nobody on the planet knows, and that we have no idea what to expect. So this is a completely new experience. Even though April's been on the ship a number of times, for me, the first time, I'll be able to, and all of us will be able to ask questions. We obviously want to because we want to be able to know what it is that we're doing. We don't want to misrepresent anything that we're bringing back. You know, and none of this stuff we're doing is channeled. Nothing of this is not a meditation class. We're going out of body. We're going to go for new people here. We're going to be physically invited onto a large spaceship. I just don't, as a group, I don't know when they're going to plan to do this. I know they're listening to everything I'm saying. I'm sure my commander Robar, who's my father on the ship, is saying, there he goes again, asking when we're going to go on the ship. But, that's the human side of me, probably a little bit. But I'm okay with, we know that we're eventually going to do that. And, like I said, it's, do you get in contact spiritual? Oh, Ed says, Commander, do you get in contact spiritual also? I think what you're asking me, do I have spiritual contact? Is that the question? I think that's the question. Well, yeah, it will be spiritual contact. I think if that's the question.
Maybe I don't know. Are you asking if the commander has been in contact with the Ashtar Command for a very long time, and he gets communications from them through downloads and through what am I thinking of? Telepathic communications.
Yeah,
He doesn't
telepathic. Yeah,
channel. No channeling. There's never been any channeling. There will never
no,
be any
never,
channeling.
never, never, ever.
Because that's
No.
something that you could possibly invite something in that you don't want in your life. So
Alex is saying, do you meditate or have psychic visions? Um, I believe I am psychic. I never used to think I was, but when I use the word psychic, I would say more of a cosmic psychic ability more than a psychic that tells people, I see the future and you're going to have a big house with 5 cars and an air jet or something. That I'm not, I think I am a psychic in the way that my abilities let me read into more cosmic things than anything else, but I don't use it all the time. But I'm more telepathic, like April said. I've always been a telepathic person ever since I was a kid. I've
mhm.
been a telepathic person. Yes, that would be true.
And he has been too, because it's like the commander and I have such a link with each other. Um, such a link with each other. Like he has dead called it every single time I've been taken, not taken. I keep saying that word
No,
every time I go
I say
visit
it
the
too.
ship. I don't want to I don't want to get that mixed up. I am
Yeah,
not being taken against my will. I am going
no,
willingly, and this is my family. It is nothing bad about the way they invite
right.
me onto the ship. It is all
And the other
good,
thing is,
and I
and with
go with them.
April, I don't say sometimes, but when she gets off my live, I say, you know what? I know she's going on the ship tonight. And it could be that tonight she'll later on be taken on, as an invite with her father and the family on the ship, the Ashtar Command. She'll be invited to come on the ship. So the way I look at this is, uh, it's a beautiful experience, and eventually what I'm getting, I'm learning much. A lot of times I'm the teacher. When I go to my workshops, I teach people things, but I'm also humble enough to be the student. You see, that's where you have to know, okay, I'm a teacher, I'm a student. So as much as I'm in commandership of who I am, I'm also a student. So I'm learning from April because she's a student, learning from her father and the people on the ship. They're giving her information. She's providing the information to not just me, but the stuff she can provide to everybody on this broadcast. You're getting the information that she gets when she is invited to go on the ship with her biological cosmic family. And that's exactly so. If you have any questions, we're here to answer them. April, if you have the other phone on, just in case they want to communicate with words, I know they will, and April can hear their words better than I can because
Yeah,
I don't.
when for some odd reason when I have the other phone, they they like that phone for some reason. That seems to be the one that most communications happen on.
Yeah,
And I always set it away from me
is
to
that
make
charged
sure.
up tonight?
What's that?
Is that phone charged up?
Yeah, it's charged.
Is it on or off?
It's on, and it's setting down.
Oh, good. Okay, good. That's good. So they listen to our show. So there's definitely a format that they are able to listen to everything right now. So as you're asking us questions, they are on the ship listening to what we're speaking about. If they wish to, like the one night, one of the women space people was whispering to April an answer to somebody's question, and so it's easier to have April translate that because she's right there. For me, I have great ear pods. Sometimes I can hear stuff, sometimes I can't.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking too. Hold on a second. Let me pull this camera back on for one little second. Hang on. Okay. So, hold on.
Oh,
I want to show
oh, you
you
want?
that mark. Hang on. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Oh, there's a darker mark. Is that the one?
There's a. Oh, hold on. You can't see it really well with the camera.
Oh yeah, it's like three. There's three.
Let's see the
One's darker than the
triangle.
other. The triangle. She has a triangle on
It's
her.
gotten darker. It's really fuzzy because of the background, but
Yeah,
it's. See the three marks? It's a
yeah.
perfect triangle. My arm's sitting kind of crazy, but it's a perfect pyramid. And ever since I've been going on the ship, it's been getting darker.
Yeah, I don't have one of those on my arm. I don't think I haven't really looked at my arm to.
I don't know where it would be on your body, but like the last. Hold on a second. I just gotta shut my camera off for one.
I don't think I have anything like that, but I could be wrong.
But the last lady who had actually brought that up before I noticed mine, she had hers on the back of her shoulder. And her husband had pointed it out. So, I mean, I would do an examination. I don't know if that's an angelic thing or if that's a Palladian thing. I'm not sure. But mine are the angelic beings, and I'm kind of, I don't know, but it's a pyramid. And if you notice, like even your background, Commander, even your spaceships are in your background are a pyramid shape.
That is true. They are in a pyramid shape. That is true.
And you've been obsessed with pyramids. You know what I mean? It's
for a while, yeah. For a long time, actually.
Watching you for over a year now on this TikTok, you have been like every once in a while, like you'll wear a necklace that'll have a pyramid on it,
right? Something with a pyramid, yeah.
Like Amazon or something. You'll pop up with this like strange little thing, and it'll be a pyramid. Like you've had pyramids around you, like this whole time, and I don't even know if you realize it, but like you have this little tiny thing with pyramids, and it's been like pyramid, and for some reason now I'm noticing pyramid things everywhere.
You want to see pyramid? I'll show you pyramid right here.
That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. That's cool.
I got this at the East Coast General Miller show, and this is I put this here. This is a very activated ET crystal, high frequency crystal, and it has a pyramid. I have a bunch of pyramids. I have selenite. I have salt lamps that are pyramid lamps, 2 of them in the meditation room.
I have
look how beautiful this is.
Mother Earth or Mother Goddess, Selenite. I can't pronounce it.
Selenite.
Figures that are cut into like they're supposed to be the goddess or Mother Earth beings, and they're like on their knees and they're praying up, at their hands are, guess this, in the shape of a pyramid. I'm not even joking.
People saying they have selenite. They have some people have selenite here. That's real psychic. Kimmy says that. Ed says, "Nice crystal, thank you, Ed." Let's see.
And I too myself have been always through my whole life have been obsessed with crystals, and the fairies often give me crystals.
Georgie says, "Have you ever discussed your space family with your Earth family, Commander?" Very good question. So I'll answer that. Oh yeah. With my wife, I told my wife about my family on the ship that we're going to be going off planet. I told her a few weeks ago. I haven't told. My brother. I would never tell my brother. He lives in Long Island, or anybody outside of that. But just my internal family. Biologically, my daughter. I think she has an idea. I don't think she totally knows yet what's going to happen here, but I'm going to tell her soon. As soon as I know when I'm going on the ship, I'll tell my daughter. Yeah. So only my wife knows. My daughter will know, and no. But other than that, I haven't told anybody.
I have told everybody on my live, and I have told my family, but I haven't told them about my mission because I don't want to frighten them. But my family, even though my daughter is gifted, all my kids have gifts. My eldest son is the most gifted of all my children. But even though I have talked to the family that I live with about it, I guess because I've been dealing with my fairies my whole life, and they joke around. They call them my hamsters, or when company comes around and I'm disappearing into the woods, which I'm always in the woods, and they ask, "Why is your mom always in the woods?"
Right.
They ask my kids this, and my kids are like, "Oh, she's out there with the squirrels, or she's bringing snacks out for the squirrels."
Squirrels, right?
They think I go out there and feed the squirrels, and I'm actually out there with the fairies and Bigfoot and my beings that are, because it's more than just those that are out there, but I'm out there with the beings, and I'm gone all day. Like I'm always in the woods, constantly in the woods,
Yeah,
so much so I actually
yeah.
got a tick one year, but
Oh no, that's
I'm
but you got the
always in
woods.
the
Yeah,
woods.
it's a beautiful place to be, and
It
just for the
is.
all the stuff you're videotaping and documenting. So one of the things people should know is April is documenting everything she talks about. And the thing is, there's no way you can say, oh, this is just a dream. You're just having a dream. No, she documents everything.
Hmm.
Everything is documented, you know? And that's what I love is that doing the mission work together that we're all doing, everybody out there, you're all doing mission work wherever you are around the planet. You're all doing something to help the planet. So, just look at that as a beautiful thing. But she documents everything, and you can see everything that she's documenting and recording, you see. And that to me is also helping to educate people out here about what's happening. Those videos she shows, like there, you want to explain that for people that don't know what that is?
When I talk about my mountains and there being ships in my mountains, this is one of the ships with an
Look how
actual
big
being
that's
in it.
in a being. There's a being in the center of the ship. Looks like they're sitting on a seat of some sort.
Hmm.
Yep. And there's the opening. You see this them sitting, and you can see the ship almost looks like a pyramid just from the energy of it.
So
You know.
I document everything I see, even if I don't see it at the moment. I film everything. I'm constantly with two or three phones on me just to hold the videos. Like I'm constantly paying for space because I film everything. Every time I
Yeah.
go into the woods, even if I'm just looking at a tree, I film everything because later on there's always something. Always.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that the veil is thinning right now, and more and more of these beings are coming through because they're being called to come through. They're coming to not just the fairies and elves and sprites and those types of beings, but and the Bigfoot beings, not just those beings, but all types of beings are
All
being
types of
called forward.
beings.
The beings of light are being
The
called
beings of light
forward.
specifically. Yeah. Mickey's asking April, do they always hang out in the woods?
No, they hang out everywhere. I'm in my house right now, and I just did a live, and if you were watching the live, you could see my fairies hanging out on my shoulders. They hang out in my hair. This is them. The reason why you keep seeing the green screen go out, it's because that's one of them right there. They're
Oh,
actually
really?
cutting my green screen out right now because they keep coming through.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, that's interesting. I just did something here. I'm
They're
not sure
always
what
with
I
me.
just did.
Annabelle is free floating. She's usually around this side. Handsome Hank is usually around here. Annabelle is usually, sorry, Sunflower is usually on my shoulder. Arthur hangs out in this part of my hair. He's a hand holder. He likes me to put my hand up there so he can hold my hand. Um,
Yeah.
and you every once in a while you'll see that that's his little hand coming through. I just
Yeah.
got
Like
his
when
hand up
you when
there.
you
Oh,
when
do
you
you
were
see his
doing your
little hand
live
coming? If you watch real
yeah, when you
closely,
were yeah, when you were doing your live before, I can see that. With the other
you can
blue
make out
color
their
stuff,
bodies.
the blue you can make out their bodies, and if you didn't see that, I was watching her, and you can see them on her shoulder near her hair.
They were on my head. You could see little feet poking out because there's
Yeah,
a bunch of them, but they are literally everywhere. If you go back and look at my page, I actually have a fairy. And if you watch it, they hide in plain sight, like things you wouldn't even know. Like it looks like a reflection off of your my like on my shower curtain. It was just a reflection of light off my shower curtain, but I knew it was a fairy, so I filmed it, and you can actually see her like head start to slowly turn, and then if you watch her little eyeballs open up and you see her blink, and
yeah,
I'm talking to her letting her know it was okay because they get scared because humans have hunted them for years and abuse them and abuse their magic. So um, I they trust me enough to live in my home, but fairies are everywhere. Most male fairies do not have wings. Females, all the female fairies do have wings.
Okay.
But
Interesting.
most males don't. There are the few that do, though. There are some that do. But the ones that have wings are more like higher up in the ranks. But the males actually create orbs, energy orbs to float around in.
Oh wow, interesting.
Hmm.
That's interesting. And some people we call it, or you can call it like elementals too, which
Hmm.
my friend Athena would say the
Yeah.
elementals. My out in California, she's my dear friend that I've worked with for years with the Ashtar Command.
Elemental, fae,
Yeah,
fairies, what, there's so many different names for them. The little folk, the kind folk, the good folk.
yeah,
There's so
yeah,
many names for them. Across the world. And
yeah.
like for years, like I didn't
Absolutely.
understand that that's what they were. I went everywhere. I went to the paranormal, I went to witchcraft, I tried everything because I didn't know. I thought something was wrong with me for a lot of years, and then I tried to block out my gift of being able to see these beings. And I even thought I was having mental health issues. But honestly, I've been seeing these beings my whole life, and didn't understand why, and I thought something was wrong with me until I finally realized what it was I was seeing, and started accepting it
Mhm.
as a great gift to be able to see these beings. And the ones that are always with me protect me. They're my protectors, and
Yeah,
they are my best friends. Best friends.
yeah, absolutely. And my screen again, my TikTok screen was good all night, and now it decides to go. I got to figure out why it happened. There must be an adjustment for the lighting on this thing,
Right.
but
Well, I
I
mean,
don't know what it is.
for years, like I like, I, I don't know. I guess I felt like I don't know if I was ashamed of myself, or what was wrong. I don't even know how to explain it. Like I, I thought something was seriously wrong with me. Like I thought I was going nuts, and I even, I even for a little bit had pondered doing a show. You're not crazy, but somebody else decided to run with that because I said it on a live and I shouldn't have. But somebody ran
Yeah,
with it.
see.
But it was, I don't know.
But see, and when you look back now, April, and look where we are right now in this live together,
Right.
that you not only are you not crazy, nor is anybody here crazy, you are a way shower, and you're actually not only a way shower, but you have, we met through here. A lot of us. I met Grace through here. I met some of the other people. Grace
Commander.
is in Connecticut. Yeah. Oh wait a minute. They're playing music, folks. This is coming from
I
our Space Command.
Hold on. I'm so. But I am beautiful, no matter what they say. Words can't bring me down. I am beautiful in every single way. Oh, words can't bring me down. Oh, don't you bring me down. All right, everybody. If you know the words of this song, and if you can relate to them in any way, I want you to sing with me now. To all your friends, you're delirious. You're so consumed in all of your. I don't know why I feel like I'm gonna cry right now.
It's okay to cry.
Trying so hard to fill that emptiness. The peace is gone. Oh, that the puzzle undone. Ain't that the way it is? I'm beautiful in what they say. No matter what words can bring you down. Oh, I'm beautiful in every single way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's a beautiful thing. This is, folks, this is our space family that played that song. So I want you to know everything that's happening that we're talking about is real. Everything that we're going through is beautiful and real. And if you don't think it's real, I don't know when you'll ever think it's real. I can't force you to think it's real. April can't force you to think it's real, but it is. It's happening. This
Definitely
song
happening.
came, is something they decided to play on her other phone. There's a message in the music, and April, you're not crazy. You never were.
I
You're
mean,
beautiful.
I thought for years like something was wrong with me, and I
Nothing
didn't
wrong with
know
you.
like where do you go to talk about something like that, you know? And it's like, and then I'm guided to your show, and then all of a sudden, like I never felt like I belonged anywhere. Like I felt like I was meant for something else, and I always felt like that. Like I
Mm-hmm.
knew something was different about me, and I didn't know what it was. And like I tried like everywhere. I tried every place. I went to the
Mm-hmm.
paranormal. And because I had all these gifts, and then I'm thinking that that's where I was meant to be. And then I went to, I told you, I witchcraft. I didn't practice witchcraft, but I tried
Oh, that's
asking
good.
questions to witches because I didn't know. Like I was trying to understand what
You were
was
trying to
wrong with
find
me.
out who you were, but now look where you
Right.
are
And I
now,
didn't know,
right
I didn't
now.
know where I belonged. And I mean, everything. I was constantly looking on the internet and stuff like that. And then I don't know how I ended up on TikTok, and then your show pops up, and
Yeah,
you started talking about this is a safe place to talk. You can tell your stories, and at this
yeah.
point, I'm seeing ships and all this stuff, and I'm seeing all these ships land in my woods, and all this stuff is going on, and I didn't know where to go to talk about this, and you made it
Mm-hmm.
sound so safe to come here and talk
It
about this
is.
stuff. And I was like, okay, so, hey, and I said that,
And
but I
she
was
came
so
on.
scared to come up, and I don't even think I had enough people. And you got me enough people to come up
Oh
to
yeah,
be able
I
to
got her
talk.
the I got her the numbers of people, which is what I do is I uplift people on my show.
Hmm.
Um, Someone's asking, and I'll get to that question about who is Astra by Tenebris. I'll explain that in a minute. But I got her up. I've helped April, and it's to get on here and have the courage to speak in a safe place. And I also want to thank all our moderators that I have. I have some really great people on here on this show
You
that
do.
moderate this. We get, if anyone comes here and trolls this show, I want you to know that you'll be kicked out of here and blocked out of here and never see the light of day again on this show. So I always tell people when you come on here, if this is what you're thinking of doing for the night, you're not going to be on this show much longer watching it. And we do not put up with low vibrational stuff, with people that are trolling or playing games. Well, we will kick you out of here, and that's in my commandership. What I do here on my show. So April is a beautiful, beautiful spirit and a heart, and she is doing her command work. She's doing her mission work, and we're gonna all be journeying on a spaceship. She's been on what's 4 times now, 5 times,
Seven.
7 times now. I can't
Seven
keep track
times now.
anymore. I'm going to be going on for the first time. Johnny is, and whoever this fourth person is, they're going to be connecting with us on the 13th of April. Not any pun intended, even though it's April with April.
I know.
I don't want to confuse people here, but she's going to be with me in the field. That is going to be interesting because I don't know what's going to happen with both of us together in the field at the same time. I think something amazing is going to happen. And so we're going to have our other part of our group from the area here, I have selected certain people in our group that are on my list. That we have a group. Not all these people are on TikTok or any social. Well, they're on social media, but I don't think they're on here. But they're all beautiful people. They're healers. They're people that are doing working. They're light workers. So all the people that are gathering are the people of the highest light that are coming with us.
That was the other thing too, Commander, is that I was told to tell you the light workers that you have on your show,
Yes.
to make sure that to let them know to continue to please continue to do their work, because when contact does happen, that they want as many people to start being open as possible. And so
Mm-hmm.
the light workers that are out there, the people that have been teaching meditation, that have been teaching prayer, that have been teaching the Christed meditation, all of that, all of you out there, keep up the good work, keep doing the work that you're doing. And Commander, you are meant to keep passing that message on. That was told to me for you
From okay.
from from your family.
Okay. And I know they're listening because they're playing the music. They can hear everything I'm saying. So I want them to know on the ship that I am going to obviously I'm going to continue doing what I need to do. I'm not going to ever stop busting the matrix and doing what I need to educate people. And it really is important that everybody that is like when I talk about walking the walk and not just talking the talk, but walking the walk as a light worker here. It's important that all of you are way showers to help wherever you are around the world watching this. You are the guiding light to help somebody else. It's up to every one of you to start spreading the word, and I mean spreading the word now, because we are. Look, I just that's just me. That we are here to spread the word about contact. About that's why they want people to be centered. They want people to be centered, and not everybody is. And people need to get centered because it's so important now as we are getting close to contact. And and April knows this. She's been on the ship. She knows, and they're listening right now to the broadcast. They're watching our broadcast now. I know many of you say, "How could they be watching what we're doing on here?" I don't know what they use on this ship. I forgot even how that works, but I know they can view every single thing we're doing. They can see April's face. They can see my face. They see us right now speaking to you. They can see everything, the comments. They can see everything that's going on here.
Yeah, for a while there, they were when there was that mix up with that other thing that was messing around with, that was mixing in with our communications.
Yeah, we stopped. We
They
stopped
were they
that,
were
didn't
you
we?
could they were actually, I'm not going to go there, but they were
I'm not going
actually
there.
scrolling through, reading the comments. So
Yeah,
they do that from time to time, especially when I'm on the other phone, because they like that phone.
yeah,
Um,
they do.
that was the
That's
phone
their.
that was connected into my vehicle. Remember when I told you that
Yeah,
Mikey was following me, and then they played that
yeah,
beautiful song for me?
yeah.
That's the phone that was connected up to the car.
And Tenebris, about your question about Ashtar. So for people, so there's people that are the galactic family that April has been able to see, including some of my family on the ship. They represent what they call the Ashtar Galactic Command. I've talked about this for years.
Absolutely.
They are Ashtar Command 1,000, 10,000%. They are
We
the
are,
people. We are
Commander. We
all
are.
connected. We are Ashtar Command. April's Ashtar Command. I'm Ashtar Command. I came out of the closet many years ago about that. I didn't know I was Ashtar Command until I met Athena, who, if she had TikTok, I would bring her up here and have her speak. But that's how I learned about the Ashtar Command. And whoops, I thought I heard. Is that your dog or something? Wait a minute.
Sorry.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Try to
But
quiet him down, but I think he shut up
it's
on his
okay.
own. I have a brood.
You know, that's rude. But it's really important for people to know that everyone is honored and cared for and loved. And the Ashtar Command is all about love. So even though I'm in this human form, as a human being having a human experience, many of you are having the same thing. You're in a human body, but you're having a human experience. Many of you, if not all of you, at some point are having are light workers. You might be, involved in crystal healing, whatever it is. There's something that's gravitating you away from the 3D world. The 3D world really doesn't exist. It seems to exist if you watched, the regular TV channels. It looks like all this 3D stuff is going on. But in truth, if you separate yourself from that, you're all actually very beautiful people. And you're all very beautiful light inside you. And if you attain that ability to understand that light, just imagine how you can shine that light to spread that domino effect of love to every single person on the planet. See, that's my mission here, right? Part of what we do on Friday nights, which is really a permanent status of the show, is to have an Ashtar Command broadcast on Friday nights on encounters and to really focus and beam in on the most beautiful aspects. Diana, thank you. On the beautiful aspects who everyone is, all of you are. You see, it's all about uplifting people. Like when April said, when she was shy about getting on here, and we got her enough people to get her on here. And I've done this for many other people because I do believe that positivity transforms everything. It does. It just makes a big difference. Pete says, each and every day, lovely food to stay each and every day, cosmic secret. I'm just reading that because I was trying to make radio signals to send messages from Lamar phone to Mars. Huh. How will our DNA be affected? Uh, I'll try to answer that, and then I'll turn it over to April if they give her information on the ship. The DNA is actually the internal DNA of the human form. When activated by the galactic energy, will be activated to actually wake you up. It will actually, the DNA will actually also allow you, as it's activated, to remember certain things. The memory won't come through the brain, it's going to come through the DNA. Now, people say, how could that be possible? Just accept the fact that your DNA is encoded with all the galactic memory that you've gotten. It's in your DNA, it's in your encodements, and it's all within you. Everything is within you. It just has to, as April said earlier, they're having us remember who we are, and that's the important thing. Like you said earlier on the broadcast, it's becoming to remember. Like I'm remembering, I'm getting downloaded information as April shares it with me. I'm getting downloaded information every day, and the thing is, then I have to separate it to try to figure it all out. And then when I figure it all out, then I feel comfortable about, going on live and sharing it. Just like April, she's getting so much downloads from being on the ship. She has to take time to meditate, and then she can put the pieces together and say, I'll start with this part here, because she's got so many pieces of what's happening that we're not just throwing it all out at one night. It's just there's too much stuff going on, and it can be overwhelming. I would say if I were in April's shoes, I would be probably overwhelmed, a bit.
It is a little bit overwhelming, and it's hard to go back to, you go on a journey like that and then come home and then you're supposed to go to work the next day and make cream cheese, and it's like, how do you go
Yeah,
back
this is a
to living a normal life after
right.
experiencing something like that and knowing how the world can be, knowing how beautiful it can be. That's why that was like the message that they were giving me to help me to keep moving forward, was
Yeah,
because I was questioning myself. I was doubting myself. It's a human thing.
it
I'm like,
is.
why? And then quite questioning why me, and I know the commander's asking himself the same thing. Why me?
Oh yeah.
We're humble people. I'm not, like I keep saying, I'm not anybody's, I'm a grandmother, and I'm working a cream cheese factory. Commando works, at public service. I mean, it's like, we aren't like anybody special. I mean, we're
We're just
special, but
regular
you know what I
people.
mean? We're not
Yeah,
any big deal. We're not like Donald Trump or,
yeah.
anybody of it
We
that's,
don't want to be
but
like that
but
either.
they
I mean,
didn't
we don't want
want
to be like
us
any
to
of those
be like
people.
that. They didn't want
And
us
we
to be like that.
yeah, and we come from I work during the day in customer service, so I've worked in many different earth-based jobs and theater companies and all that stuff, and it's like I'm like any other person on here. I'm nobody special. I'm just a regular person. The only thing is that, I do my mission work. I unconditionally love everybody. I want everyone to learn to unconditionally love and accept everybody else. That's something hard for some people to love everyone else. They might say it verbally, but they might not think it. So there's a difference between thinking you love somebody or everybody and then actually living it. So if I go up to a person and I unconditionally go up to a stranger and hug them and say, "Can I give you a hug?" and they say yes, that's an opening to say, "Oh, I love you unconditionally." If someone goes up to somebody and thinks about giving them a hug but doesn't do it, you have to ask yourself, why am I stopping myself from giving that person a hug? Right. So the one that gives the person a hug is just like ready to hug you and make you feel happy, and the other person saying, I'm not sure if I want to do that hug thing. I'm not sure what that's going to be like. You know, there's that. You see what I mean? So there's the unconditional humbleness of universal love. Ed, you're correct. When we universally can love each other, everything's beautiful. The planet becomes beautiful because now we're loving each other instead of fighting each other, instead of arguing with each other, instead of doubting each other.
And
This
Commander,
planet.
that's what they're talking about. That right there, that's what the message is, and that's what they want you to keep doing, and that's what they want, your audience and the people that come to you to keep doing, and the people that are struggling and the people that need help. You're the first person to jump up and say, you know what, I'm going to send some help for you and I'm going to do what I can to help you right now. You don't ever turn them away. You never do. You take them on no matter how, off they may sound. You still will bring them up and you will work with them and until they're feeling better, and
Right.
they end up getting the help that they need because of your communications with the Ashtar Command.
I've sent, and April knows this, and people on here who watch my show, I have the ability to send Ashtar Command ships to locations with personnel off the ships. So you're saying, how could you do that? Well, I don't, look, let me tell you something. I had no idea I was able to do that. I used to doubt myself when I said, I'm going to send a ship. And I said, okay, why am I saying I'm going to send a ship to help somebody? I can't do that. This is where the human part of me comes in. And April knows what that, just like you're expressing, we have our human part that sometimes will doubt that what we're here to do. But then I realized I was given the ability to do that when I came here. I didn't ever use it. I didn't know. I never thought of it as a kid. As an adult, being out of the closet, being in my commandership, I've sent ships a number of times last year, a few different times. I sent ships in areas where people were having problems, and we had Ashtar Command people come off the ships, and they weren't seen in the person's home or whatever. And they went in there and they kicked butt and they cleared the energy out of the negative ETs in those homes, and they were taken off planet like you wouldn't believe. I've actually done this, and anyone's watched my shows. I have sent ships, Ashtar Command ships, to assist people. I'm able to do it. I don't ask me why. For whatever reason, I am able to do it. I'm sure my father, Commander Robar, will tell me when I go on the ship that I would ask why am I able to do that. But for whatever reason, I'm able to do it. I'm still, I don't question anymore. I just know it works. It happens. And we send Christed beings of light to assist people. I'm happy to do it.
This is not psychosis.
What is that?
A person in there asked, have you ever heard of psychosis?
No, I have not. I've heard of the word, but I have no idea what it means. I have no idea what that means. I really don't focus on words. I focus on action. I don't know what that means, but let's see. Sounds like you need ability. Shelley Irish. When will Commander get his Mikey? I'm not worried about getting a Mikey or not getting a Mikey. I'm doing my mission work.
Commander has a Mikey. The Mikeys are they look like they're stars, but they're not stars. They're the rainbow orbs that everybody sees. Those are, I don't know if you've looked at my content, but there's a rainbow orb that I'm often filming. That's Mikey, and he's my protector. Each one of us star seeds that have been chosen to go on this mission, we all have our own Mikeys. I just call mine Mikey because that's the name he chose.
Right.
She calls we all have our own. He has one above his house too. They just stay hidden in plain sight. unless the commander wants to go out there and meet them and have that connection with them. I kind of didn't have a choice because my Mikey's a little rambunctious.
Yeah. And Alex is saying, Commander in April, have you two come across Cosmic Agency on YouTube? Curious of your thoughts. I don't really look at too many things, Alex. I'm pretty much, I've always focused pretty much on not going on other people's YouTubes or any other, I really don't look at that stuff. I don't know what people are doing. I don't want to get too diverted in my mission work here. And I know that my family on board the ship don't want me to do that either. So I've really disciplined myself over the years to not worry about what people or content is on YouTube, or I don't know who that is. I'm not sure I'm too concerned with that. I'm more concerned with right now getting the message out of what we're going to be doing. They're going on the ship soon. And what's going to happen on April 13th in Connecticut is my biggest excitement. And we're going to broadcast it here on my TikTok. We're going to have my encounter show live on April 13th. And again, we have no idea what's to transpire, except we're going to be there. We're going to have a small group of people there, and it's going to be the right people, and we're going to have a great visual experience. And I really don't know what else is going to happen yet. Do you have any friends in? Are you saying, do you have any friends in Ireland? What's IRL? I think, what does that mean? IRL? Is that the abbreviation for Ireland? I'm not sure. I think IE is Ireland. What is IRL? I think this person needs to be knocked out of here.
Yeah.
I'm getting the feeling I'm going to knock them out. The commander just took that Lars person out.
Yeah, that last person is being rude. Have you ever heard of psychosis? I'm not having psychosis. I know what that word means, and that's not okay.
No, I just took him out. I took him out. I was waiting to see what would happen, but I took him out. You see, that's the thing about this. April, me, and other good people here. As moderator of this, I will take anyone out that starts getting kind of negative. So just remember, that's why I'm the commander. The commander will kick your butt out of here, and I'll be smiling every time I do it.
Yeah, exactly. And no, he was being rude. He was basically kind of crazy.
Yeah, so I got rid of him. He's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've had a few of those, but I really don't care. People can call me crazy all they want. I know what's happening. I have documented proof of this stuff happening. Me and the commander know, and Johnny know what our mission is going to be. We know what we are meant for. We know this to be real. And if you don't believe, look at my page, because the proof is there.
And I've shared, and also, if you do believe, repost the documented postings and share them with people that you know would be interested, because everything that April is doing is real. And I've been around the block many, many times, brothers and sisters. I've seen everything and anything. And I'm telling you, everything she has there, that's Mikey right there.
He put sunglasses on.
Everything is documented. Everything. I'm going to show them a picture too. I'm going to show them the other pictures.
Show them our book pictures.
Yeah, I'm going to show everybody the pictures. Let me just turn this on here. I'm going to show you the pictures of the three of us. This is documented. I made copies of it, and I'm going to show you them. Let me see here. I showed some people. Excuse me. Here's the first one. Let me see here. I'm going to get myself out of the screen. This is the first photo. I'll let April describe what it is. This is the first picture.
If you look at Johnny's profile and picture him without his glasses on, that one is, is that the first or second picture? I think that one's Johnny.
This is the first picture.
That's Johnny. Go to the second one. No.
That's the second picture. Who do you see there? People really focus your attention on the picture.
Or whatever you're looking at, pull it back and then pull it up close and tell me what you see in the light. That's the commander. Pull your face in. Pull your face up a little. Now pull your face away. That's the commander's face. So what happened here is I was doubting myself. I was doubting everything. Not what was happening to me, but I was doubting whether I should keep moving forward. A light dropped down from the sky, this light that's behind the commander, and it started melding into these faces of me, the commander, Johnny. It started showing us laughing and then crying and then hugging and loving one another and just being super good friends. And all of a sudden I got this overwhelming sensation of love. And I mean, I can't even, it was so emotional, so overwhelming. And at that very moment, I knew what I had to do. I knew that
Yeah.
I had to move forward, and I knew that I had to do what I had to do with this mission, and I had to keep
Yeah.
us together. I knew I had to
Yeah.
keep the three of us together.
I'm glad you did that, because there are people that would like
And
to
this is
see.
me looking down. If you could see
Yeah.
I'm trying to point it out like you can see me, but if you
Yeah.
look, you can
You
see
could kind of
my
see you.
my bangs, and then I'm looking downward so you could see like my nose, my mouth. This is the top of my head. So if I'm looking down like this, do you
You are
see?
looking down in the picture. You are looking down. Yeah.
So wait, let me turn my face. Do you see?
Yeah. I can see that. Does everybody see it?
That's me.
If that's right. And I'm going to go back again to give you the idea. This is the second picture. Let me see. Where am
You
I
can
here?
see you can make the commander out. Like if you
Now
really
that
look at
we're
it
still on you again. Let me. What did I
like
just do? Let me
that.
bring this back up. I will bring it back up so they can see it. So here's the picture. Here's what I'm going to do for
So
everyone. Please
you
stay
can
focused. I'll bring my camera down a little bit like that. Now here's me here. I'm going to pull myself away and really focus.
you see
Really focus.
his cheek, his little sideburn. You can see his dark hair around it. You can see his forehead, and then you can see this side of his face. It's the commander. It
I
really
want
looks.
everyone to look at this. I want all 250 people to look at this.
You see it
Everyone
now?
focus.
Yeah, people are saying yes now. They see it. They're like, oh my God, yes, they see it, Commander. You can even see, if you look right here, you can see his ear. And now, Commander, pop your head back in. Look at the commander's ear. Tell me that's to turn your head sideways a little bit. No, it's
This
the other
which way?
way.
This
The other way.
uh, this way.
Yeah, yes, that way. Look at the commander's ear. Now look at the ear. Whoops, I'm sorry. Look at the ear. It's the commander. Isn't that crazy? Like they showed me our faces and it was so much clearer when it was in person. It kind of lost some of its quality in the transferring over the pictures, but man, it's
Oh,
like
see, I'm doing it again. See, everyone focus. We have 250 people or whatever. Focus. You'll see my
love
face. You
doing
can
this.
see now. You know we're telling the truth. We can't make this stuff up. This is real. This is happening, and this is only the beginning. This is.
Everybody's saying they see it, they see it, they see it. Yep.
I can't
And
wait to go on the show.
the very first one is Johnny.
Here's
And this
Johnny. Let's put Johnny on here. I'm going to go out of
and
the way.
that's Johnny.
Johnny.
If you he's looking like he's looking this way, and you can see his lips, you can see his nose right here. I'm trying to show you, but I can't point my finger in his face.
Right.
You can see his lips. It's his whole side view.
I can see
That's
his
Johnny.
mouth. I can see his face.
And if you
I can
look
see
at
all that.
Johnny or underscore of the underscore third eye underscore, that's him.
Yeah.
Now, can you
Yep.
imagine if they did that and we had the fourth in there?
Yeah. We'll have the fourth in there soon.
Wait till I talk
And
to the fourth.
when she talks to the fourth next Friday night, we should have the information. Then maybe you think?
Yeah, we'll have it. We'll have
Okay.
it soon. I
Next
just want to
Friday
make
night
sure.
we'll do.
I just want to make
Well,
sure protection is
yeah.
in place for that
Yeah.
person.
We definitely.
But
You're
but
doing it right.
but wait a minute, Commander. Tonight there was two Mikeys in my mouth, and I wonder if that was hers. Oh, I
Oh.
mean, I wonder if that was
Oh.
the fourth.
The fourth. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm very curious. Well, I'm going to let you meditate on that because I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually ask Mikey when I after the show. I'm gonna go out there and ask him. if that was the fourth.
I got it. Well, I got a feeling this weekend. I don't know why I'm getting this, but there. I think tomorrow's Saturday. Today's Friday night. I think you're going to be going on the ship this weekend.
Yeah, I hope
Not
not. At some
tonight.
point, I got to get some sleep, Commander.
Yeah, I don't
A
know.
lot
I
this
get.
time I was gone. It was documented by one of my people that I was gone for 43 minutes, but I was actually gone for a day and a half.
A day and a half.
Yeah, because
And
they took
so
me to all these exotic places, and then we went through the portal in Ireland, and it was daytime, and there was people out there, and they
daytime.
didn't see us. It was so
That's the
fast.
amazing part. That they, the ship was cloaked and they didn't see the ship. They were just
Mm.
tourists and people at Stonehenge. That's pretty interesting.
There was even some teenager that was hanging on one of the pillars. He was up there, and somebody was
Oh,
taking a
really?
picture of him, and he was like putting his leg out, and I'm just like, what?
What are you
But yeah,
doing with the?
but yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
that's Mikey, guys. There was two Mikeys out there. He can change his form, but he made
Yeah.
sunglasses on himself because I was like, "Oh, you're so cool, Mikey," and then he turns himself into sunglasses. You can see him smiling.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And the one thing is that everything that's being recorded video wise or by picture, April is documenting it. And they want her to document everything because that's the important thing. I'm a big person when it comes to media about documenting everything. Because when you do that, then you can, when we share it with you here, you know that it's real. There's no CGI, there's no, we're not using AI systems or all that garbage. Everything here is real. And it's a teachable moment when you see this that it's real. Now, when we do the C5 on the 13th, we're going to videotape the spaceship. I don't even know how big they're going to get or what's going to happen. It's going to be a big surprise to us because we have
We don't
no
know
idea what's going
anything.
on. We know nothing. That's why I say we actually know nothing except that they're going to be there. We just don't know what's going to happen. On the back of my head, and I can't believe I'm saying this, just a little bit in my head, I keep getting this feeling is something major is going to happen. And I think, my birthday just happened on February 27th of last month. So, not that that has anything to do with what's going to happen, because it probably doesn't have anything to do with it. But
I mean, they gave me that gift for that small gift for you, and then I got my birthday gift to bring you
yeah,
too. But
so
I don't. It's just a small
it's
simple
interesting.
thing, but
Yeah,
it was something that your father just wanted you to have to hold on to. It's just
yeah,
a little memento, I guess. But I
yeah,
got yeah, I got one from my parents, and then you got one too.
yeah.
But this is a mail ferry, and they're opening a portal, and this is for the ETs to come through.
Oh, interesting. And that's up in the mountainous area. Where was that?
This is for the opening in my woods. This
Oh,
was them
wow.
opening up a portal so a ship could come through.
Hey, Lacey, take care. Good to have you as brother. Someone's saying, I bet the thing you're getting will give you downloads. So I'll share what I'm getting already before I even have this thing that April's bringing down from the ship to me. First of all, when I get it, I'm not to share. I'm not to let anyone touch it.
No.
I'm getting. I'm not. I've been getting told. I'm being told in the downloads, or maybe through sleeping and communications with the ship, that my father says no one is to touch the crystal or whatever. That I think I think also it's a device that's going to give me some ability of activating something or doing a lot of things with this particular crystal. It's not going to be a normal crystal whatsoever. I believe it's an
Mm-mm.
activation
It's
device of some
definitely
sort.
not normal. I
It's
tried to
not
take
normal.
pictures. It wouldn't let me. It was so fuzzy, it would
So
not let me. I mean, I
yeah,
got somewhat pictures of them, but they're so fuzzy. I mean, you
yeah,
can make out what they are, but man, they're horrible quality. And I got a great
yeah.
camera.
Well, I know I'm going to put it in a special place when we move the meditation room in here. I'm going to put it um, on one of the shelves where all the crystals are. All the crystals I have, folks, are set. They're always set in a certain specific frequency, and this thing, which is not your normal crystal, is, I think, an activational device. So I have to be careful. I'm sure my father or whatever, they'll download or communicate with me and teach me how to use it, because I don't know how to use it. I mean, maybe I will know. I don't know.
It's
So
such a
that's
small
another.
piece too, Commander, and you're gonna but it's there's so much just holding it and them being together, they're even stronger. It's so crazy.
Really?
I couldn't. So I was so worried about it. Like I told you, I gave them to the fairies. They hid them until it's time for me to bring you yours.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't dare even keep them in the house. I don't.
No,
So
don't keep it in the
they
house.
put them up, and
They know they have to be protected.
yeah,
These crystals have to
definitely
be protected, because if they get in the wrong hands, we're not going to ever let that happen.
no.
Never, never will that be
That was
happening.
specific orders that we were not to these were not to
Nope,
leave mine and me or you. Once we
nope,
have them, we are to keep them, and that is they are nobody is to touch them, nobody is to
nope,
take them. They are for me and you. So, and
yep.
I'm sure I'll be getting one for the other two as well.
I'm sure they
But
will be.
those were
Yeah,
specific for me and you. Your father gave me that from him to you. That's like specific for you.
I
Yours is
believe
different than mine.
the crystal that I'm getting is an actual device. I keep getting device, device, device. I will learn how to use it, but I know whatever I'm going to do with it, it's going to help the planet, and it's going to be something to do. I also get that it's going to help facilitate communications, meaning the device will allow me to allow them to speak. I don't know why I'm saying this. Somehow they'll be able to speak on my live here. This will it's because I was involved in communications off planet. I think this device is also a multiple. It has multiple abilities. The crystal to be utilized in different ways.
Yeah, I'm
I don't know
hearing
why I'm
that
saying that.
too. She's hearing
That's what I
humming.
get. Just hearing humming.
Yeah, someone's hearing humming,
Oh yeah, it's a ship. It's probably the spaceship. I think the
probably.
ship is very close. I When I hear the humming, it means that the ship is very close to where April is. Well, obviously, they're very present because we're broadcasting now. I'm going to I'm so energized tonight. It's a Friday night. It just feels good not to be doing any work tomorrow. You
I
don't have
know.
to go to
Pop
work
down
tomorrow,
for
do you?
1 sec. I'm gonna go grab my
Okay.
drink. I'm dying of
Okay.
thirst.
Get a drink. Absolutely. And when she comes back, I'll see if my father wants to present a message through music. And so when April comes back, we'll ask if they will. I'm going to ask Commander Robar to present everyone with a message to the planet with some music that they will choose. Quasar 63, thank you for being here. I appreciate all the gifts here. Thank you so much, Hope, for the roses. I hope this show you're learning on Friday nights more about what the Ashtar Command is here to do, and that we are Christed beings. They are on the ship, or she has her family on the ship. Biologically, the cosmic biological family. My father and my mother and my brothers and sisters are on the spaceship. And again, I am human, having the human experience. But again, we're not doing any interviews tonight. We'll be doing that Saturday night. This is a special night, and we want to keep it clear. I know there are people that want to come on live, but we'll be doing that Saturday night here on Encounters. Friday night is now being dedicated to our Ashtar Command quick Q&A, and also for our space family to utilize the communications to share with us. Hopefully, April's got herself a drink. It's always good. I still have apple cider. I have apple cider here, so we're doing good.
And for those of you who haven't seen it yet, this is the commander's birthday gift. Wait for it. It's
Oh
an
wow, that's beautiful.
it's an owl. Do I have it upside? Oh, I have I have it upside down.
Oh,
Sorry.
oh, I see
It's an
that now.
owl
Look
with
at
a
that.
crystal lightning strike down the middle of it. It looks like there's a man in it, doesn't it? That
It
crystal
really
lightning strike.
does. It kind of does. It does look like there's a man in it. That's a
But
beautiful crystal.
but it's a amethyst. It is absolutely stunning in the
Wow,
light. I wish the lighting was better in here because it is absolutely stunning in the light. It really lets off some sparkle.
wow,
But this is the
that's
commander's
amazing.
birthday gift. because he loves his crystals, and I am a big crystal freak too. So I ordered this for the commander because he's a wise owl.
Thank you very much. I'm I thank you so much for that. I'm going to ask if my father wishes to pick a song as a messaging song for people tonight. We've been talking a lot. I think we shared a lot of good information this evening. So I know they're watching the show, so I'm going to let them, if there's a song that you wish to pick, Commander Robar, or anyone on the family part of it, that you think people can get a message that you think that they should hear, we're going to turn it over to them to now, as we've talked and shared a lot as Ashtar Command on planet. We'll let them share something, a messaging to all of you right now. So I'm going to turn it over to Commander Robar and the people on the ships.
You guys
to pick a song. And look
at
that
the
crystal.
Crystals look like, Commander, that the plants were growing out of. They were big, giant.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was really cool.
Oh, those are beautiful.
They were like 4 feet high. Those crystals were huge.
Wow, that's amazing.
They were like that.
You can see
they had cups with fluids in them, but they were like huge. They were like probably like 12 to 20 feet tall, just cups and cups and cups. But it was like there was so many different sizes of them in this huge giant room, and it was like you were walking in a jungle. It was crazy.
Wow, that's amazing. There's so many beautiful things that we sometimes don't. Oh, they're playing a song. Everyone listen. Everyone focus.
Oh, sorry, I had to get up to get to the phone.
Commander Robar chose a song. Listen.
Hold on, let me turn it up.
Must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, when it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We go on, pretending day by day that somewhere will soon make a change. We are a part of God's great big family. And the truth, love is all we need. We are the children. We are the ones who make it brighter than day. So let's start giving.
Wow.
Wow, they're really pulling at my heartstrings tonight. Wow.
Yeah. That
You were
and
just
see,
you were just talking about that.
yeah,
They're
you
listening.
know, they're listening. So I want to express something to everyone on the planet. Commander Robar is my father off planet on the ship. I am telling you, they are watching and listening to our broadcast. And they chose the song. I don't tell them what to choose because that's not my way. That's not the way of who we are. They choose the appropriate song. So until I can get them on camera to speak, the music is the message. The music is the message. Commander Robar, thank you to my father on the ship for choosing that song and playing that. And if it touches your heart, that's the whole essence of why we're here. That's why I came to Earth. It wasn't easy deciding to come here and leave from where I used to be into a human body here and know that I have my body in stasis on the ship. Once years ago, I knew my body. My friend Athena, who's from Venus, she said, "Commander, your body is in stasis. Is on a spaceship." This is when I met her in my early 30s. Now, I didn't know any of this, but my body's fully protected, and I am fully enveloped in this form, just like April is, and like you are. Every one of you are protected, and so now you know that when we are here Friday night, we always invite my cosmic biological father, my mother, and my family and others on the ship to watch the show, and they hear the questions, they understand what you're feeling, what you're going through, and what we're going through, and it's a beautiful thing, and it's only going to get more beautiful as you learn on Earth to wake up to who you truly are. Once you wake up to who you truly are, you're going to say to yourself, nothing else really much matters except to see the beauty of where we're going as a planetary system and how the Earth is going to be a place where great things will be happening, great love, great understanding. You see. So when I talk tonight, I speak not as a talk show host. Now I'm speaking as an Ashtar commander. Now I'm speaking from a commandership of understanding to share with you everything. And that's why when April and I are on here Friday nights, it's to not only share what we're getting and the new information, it's really evolutionary, cosmically revolutionary, where we're taking you into a place that's beyond time and space. Because where our space family comes from, there is no time. That's why when April goes on the ship, might be 45 minutes or 40 or 50 minutes Earth time, but she can be a day and a half to 2 days off planet. And if you don't understand what that means, understand there's no time and space. There's no time and space. Our families don't live in time. There's no time.
No, and they look so young. It's crazy. These beings are hundreds of years old. I mean, they've been through it, and they all look like they're in their 20s.
Yeah.
They all look like they're in their 20s, and like I thought I was being funny when the third time I went on the ship, and I cracked a joke about a spacelift, instead of getting a facelift, a spacelift. I was
Space
pulling
left.
back my skin, and they were like, he looked
They were
at me crazy.
like, why do you
They
want a
didn't get
space
the
left?
joke, and then they ended up getting it later on,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but at
Yeah.
first they didn't get it. They were looking at me like I was crazy. It was funny.
Now what?
But now
Now.
your dad is like running with this. Like he thinks he is so funny now. I can't wait to hear
Yeah.
the next joke he's got
Oh
for
yeah.
me.
Well, hopefully we'll be on the ship together when he tells us the next joke,
I hope
and
so.
maybe I'm telling my dad. Maybe I'll tell him a few jokes when I'm on the ship. We'll see who can out joke each other on the spaceship. I'm thinking when I go there.
I can't wait till you see your body. You're gonna be like, what? Maybe I'll.
Well, I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see my space body that's in stasis right now.
Oh, show the pictures. Show the pictures.
What pictures?
The ones of us. What
Oh
we.
yeah, I'll
What
show
we.
them again.
This is what our bodies look like. And
Oh,
this
okay.
is the joke. This is what we look like, except for with the exception of the fact that I've got wings, except for you can't see them in my cryo tube. I guess
Wait a
I
minute,
don't know
where's
how we
the?
get wings out, but we have wings.
Okay, so here's the
My
first.
family does. His family is
Are you
just
talking about these pictures here? These
no. I'm
pictures?
talking about the Ashtar Command pictures.
Oh yeah, let me do that. Wait a minute. You're right about that. I'm looking at the wrong pictures here. Hold on a minute. Wait, I'll get there. I'm almost there. This is here we go. Look at these pictures, folks. Yeah, I'm going to move out of the way so you can see the pictures. Look at these pictures. Everybody get focused. It's like you're in my class right now. I need everybody to stop talking with each other and focus. Look at the pictures.
Now, look at this one. Look at. Isn't that crazy? And tell me that the one, tell me that the one back there, tell me that one doesn't look like Chesno. It does look like Chesno, but I swear to God I swear that that's the commander. Well, I mean, I know the commander jokingly put his face over it, but
I did.
Picture that body with a big, beautiful, flowing beard, and it's dark, like a dirty blondish dark, and like crystals like coming down like the mustache part, like if it was braided with all these beautiful little crystals in it. That's the commander. That's what he looks like.
Now
He looks
I
like
did this.
Fabio.
I did this about 10 years ago. I took this picture and I superimposed my head on top of the space outfit. But I didn't know it was going to mean something later in years. I didn't know that picture really did have some meaning. I thought it was just like, oh, I'll just do that. But you can see that if you look at the pictures, who do you think is in those pictures? Look at the pictures. Well, obviously, I superimposed my head, so that's a given. Look at the other faces and see what you tell me. I mean, I had no idea.
Right?
No idea whatsoever.
And the funny part is all my life, because I used to be a hairdresser, I have almost all my life almost gone fully blonde. I know I got the blonde in the front. I've always wanted to go fully blonde, but I am really blonde in my
she is.
In my
And one
cryo tube.
person,
I'm really blonde.
And one person sees April like I see April as being the person on the right side of me. The one that's right behind me looks. Does that look like April? I think so. Or is it the other one? Are you looking to the right woman or the woman on the other side of me? User 661 says I see April. They both look like her. Okay. The left one. Linda says the left one looks like you. The one with the white glow. Yeah, the one with the white glow on the right, on the behind me. Now, folks, I never planned this. Like when I got this picture, I didn't even know who April was. This picture was done a number of years ago. I did this. I just learned how to superimpose my face on things, and I said, "Oh, this, I got to take this photo of these four people that someone created and put my head on there to show people I am actually from outer space." And I just did that like without thinking about it. And someone says the blonde looks like Grace, the one on the other side. They're saying that looks like Grace. So that's the picture. I'm going to go back to where I was before. This is great. And let's see, where was I here? Going back to now, here's a picture. This is a picture that I found. I always am guided to certain art type things. Look at this. Check that ship out.
That is cool.
Check that ship out.
Pictures. Hold on. Let me see if I got is it in here?
And I'm sure there are ships like that out in outer space. But this is just an artist's rendition of a ship. But I have all these pictures, and I always choose certain pictures. But yeah, look at that.
I have that. Hang on. Here we go. Oops. Let me get these guys out of there. Let me add this one. Hang on. My stomach's growling. There we go.
That's all right. And April's trying to find the photo that she's looking for.
Hold on. Trying to see if I can get the whole thing up.
You got
I
you
have a
actually got.
close up of it.
Oh wow!
Well, I thought it was the full thing was going to come through, but it didn't.
Oh wow! That's amazing.
I was hoping to get all, but doesn't that look like Chesno?
That does look like Chesno. The one in the back, yeah, that looks like a Chesno to me.
But hang on, I was trying to find the double decker ship that was out here. Hang on.
Oh, you have a picture of the double decker ship?
Yeah.
Oh,
Where they were waving at me. I was trying.
I want to see the double decker ship that you
I
got.
know. Hang on, I'm looking
Documented.
for
I
it.
want to see that.
That's the one I just took. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Hang on. Where'd it go? I just had.
And you're watching Encounters, the Ashtar Command special broadcast right here on planet Earth, right now. Be here now, as Ram Dass would say. Right here, right now, live, no commercials. And also, while you're waiting, please show me your love by sending me some unconditional TikTok gifts.
Yes, so Commander, did you pin your gifts?
Oh, I didn't pin my gifts. I got to do that. Let's see here. I'm going to pin the whale. I have 8 whales available. I'm putting the whales in there. The whale diving thing. I got whales going on here right now tonight. So
I have no whales available. I'm just kidding.
I got some whales for you folks. I have 8 of them available. I'm not an auctioneer or anything. I can't talk fast like that, but we reached 100,000 people so far. 100,000 likes. Thank you so much.
Darn it, I have it. I can't find it.
And a question we have, Bed10099 has a question. I just pinned the diving whales. So if you are gifted with a lot of TikTok coins, you know who you are. Do the diving whale. I've got 8 of them available. If you can send them to me, I'd be very appreciative of that. Not everybody has TikTok coins, and I understand that, and that's fine. But for those of you that have an abundance of TikTok coins, when you see the whale, just press the little button there, and it'll actually pop up, and we'll get a whale. So, or whatever you want to do. And once we have.
I can't find it, Commander. I don't think I hold on, maybe I have it in here.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not. I have it. I think I have to put it up with my.
If you find it, send me a copy of it, and I'll also put it in my photo gallery here.
Well, I just actually I got it twice. I got it tonight and last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it came twice because when I got the what is that? Hang on.
Chrissy's saying while she's doing that, I have a question. Chrissy's question is, you said I could go live with you if I reach 100 followers, and I did. Yeah, Chrissy, we're going to have you go live Saturday night. We're going to do live interviews Saturday night. You have 123 followers on this thing here, so you're not at 200 yet. Everybody follow Chrissy. And we'll get her on by tomorrow night. She's got 123 people. So we, just like I did with April last year. Follow Chrissy. When Chrissy's at 200, Chrissy, tomorrow night we'll have you on live when you get to 200 followers. And she's at 123. So we're doing the cosmic honor system that we're gonna help get her up to 200. I'll just leave that up to everybody.
He might have made a mistake. He gets ahead of himself sometimes. It's 200. It's 200 followers, and you can go on the voice part. And if you have 1,000, then you can go on video with them.
Right. Actually, she says she's good, so we appreciate that. And you're watching Encounters, and what's the picture behind us?
Oh, I couldn't find the double decker, but I found the fairies that were chilling out. I was out there playing my flute, and these 2 guys were chilling in little lounge chairs in between a piece of wood. These are elves.
Oh wow.
If you look, they're like sitting in little lounge chairs, and they were inside of a break in a tree. Like there was a crack in the tree, and they were actually just sitting in there in these little lounge chairs.
Wow.
Can you see them at the sideways? I'm sorry, I'm holding my phone sideways, like you can see me turning it.
I honestly can't see them. That's just me because maybe I'm just like looking too
Okay,
hard.
so faces,
Yeah.
bodies, hands. They're actually sitting the thing
Okay.
sideways, but you got to like turn it sideways. But their legs are right here.
Yeah.
Heads. They're sitting down, and there's another one right here. They're sitting in these little chairs.
Okay.
I don't know. Can people see them?
I'm not sure. People looking at the photo tell us you can see the L's.
You have to turn it sideways and look at it sideways. I'm sorry, the picture is sideways. I don't know why it came up sideways, but these are their legs. Oops, I'm sorry. Their legs,
Okay.
bodies, face,
Oh,
and
I think I can see
their
that.
little hands are sitting on the arms of the chairs right here. And then there's another one sitting right here. Can you imagine two guys sitting in lounge chairs drinking a beer? That's what they look like.
Boy.
I know, but I'm just
I know. No, it's a good way of expressing it. Yeah.
but this is the other one's face. You can see his two hands right here resting on the oops, I'm sorry. Two hand one right hold on. One hand right here, one hand right here, resting on the arm of the whatever the little chairs they're sitting on. Legs. And this long thing right here is the crack in the wood that they were sitting in. And the top
So, and what is that on another phone? Where's that? What's that? That's your no, that's your green screen. So, yeah, so it's just the way it is, I guess.
yeah, I'm sorry about that. That was kind of a crazy one, but
Yeah.
and then pumpkin. Hold on. That's
It's
pumpkin.
this pumpkin. I see it right at the Leah, like a sparkle, and there's right there.
He's
Oh,
right here.
Linda, love, thank you for the star adventures. Oh my gosh. I see pumpkin there in
Yeah.
the reach in between the leaves.
Yeah, that's him. He's got a pretzel hanging out of it. It looks like a cigarette, but he's got a pretzel
Yeah.
with cream cheese on it hanging out of his mouth.
Oh man. He
And
loves
that's
the cream cheese.
oh yeah, that's his nose and then his little face right there. And that's pumpkin.
Well, we're at 1:28 in the morning, 1:29. So what we're going to do is I think we're going to let my father commander oh, what's this?
Oh, this is a cloud. This is a cloud being. So if you look, he's floating around in a little cloud, and then mouth, eyes, his head. This is his hair. He's got dark curly hair. His little eyes, and then this is his ear, and he looks like he's riding around in a puffball, and he's got
Yeah.
little legs that are dangling out of it right here.
Yeah.
He's very light to see, but that's a cloud being. If you hold it back, you can see his face. It looks like a head and legs coming out of a puffball.
Oh yeah, kind of. Yeah, you can see that. I can see the face too above the puffball. You see
Yeah.
that? You can see a face, two eyes, and a nose.
Yeah.
It's right there, man. If you don't see it, then you better get glasses.
He's got his little pointed ear right here. It's a little elf floating around. It's like an elf puff. They're called cloud beings. They ride around these little puffs of like cloud.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah,
Now,
this is the
so
crazy thing I see. This is the crazy lady.
yeah, no, you're not the crazy lady. You're the Commander April. I'm going to call you Commander April because you are not the crazy lady.
Well, truth be told,
you are the commander. You are helping.
I know I'm a commander. My star being self is the commander of a mothership.
Yeah, and you now represent the very essence of who you are right now. And look how beautiful it is, and how many people are learning stuff here.
I honestly thought that it was gonna have. I honestly thought that I was going to be like something that was connected with nature because I saw the fairies and stuff first. They were the first beings I had connection with, but you know, things happen for a reason, and it was meant because the way the fairies work with the ETs, you know, with our star families, that
Yeah.
that's how I was introduced into it. You know, that was
Yeah.
my opening to being able to handle dealing with what I'm dealing with now, you know, and be able
Absolutely.
to come at it open and lovingly, and not be scared, because there are so many, you know, not every being looks sweet, not every being looks, you know, like us. Some of them do look crazy, you know, and but you got, it's their eyes, you know, their eyes really tell a lot about a being and
Yeah.
who they are. And also, the protection that we have also says a lot about these beings, because if they weren't good beings, they wouldn't even be able to touch us,
It's
not
just
especially me and
and
you,
it's
you know.
yeah, yeah. It's just like you can say, like you remember, like Star Wars, where you had the galactic, the good ones that all work together. They all look different. Some were tall, some were shorter, but they all worked for the good of the light, and that was the essence of that story. Really, you know, for anyone who watched Star
Man,
Wars, you know, I think what you're saying is very true.
these
Um,
guys drained my phone.
what's training your phone?
Oh, my phone died. It just
Oh,
flashed at me.
oh well. That might they
I
play
should
too
have
much
plugged
music.
it in. I didn't plug it in.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I was going to say, we'll forget that now. But I think we've had a beautiful evening tonight. Next Friday night is another live edition, Ashtar Command, with our star family, April's family on the ship, my family, and they'll be watching our show. They actually probably watch it all the time, and we don't focus on it. But
Yeah, they
I
do.
want to,
Your father
they do.
does.
My father watches the show all the time, and so I hope I'm doing a good job on Earth helping people. That's all I can really say here. But you know, everyone here is beautiful. I always come back to the expression of love, how much I love all of you, all the new people, all the people who have been with me since I've been on TikTok. You know, all I can say is we love all of you. I Tomorrow night we'll be doing more guest interviews. I'm going to be setting up on TikTok a promotional video for our have a good night, April. I don't know if April. Yeah. So we're going to be setting up a video I'm going to be making for the April 13th event. And we're going to get that together. I might ask one of my friends to help me produce it and put it together. But we are going to go live April 13th at 8 o'clock in an apple orchard. April will be with me and a few other people in our group. We have a nice group of people, of light workers, that will come together, and we will broadcast live. Oh, wait, let me see if I get April here. Oh, she's on another phone. Let's see what happened here. Oh, there she is.
Both phones just put on me, because when I was talking about them, um, being able to listen to the show, because your father made it a point to tell me that, because he knew you were worried about that, and he wanted you to know that he does listen every time you are on. He makes it a point to listen to your broadcasts. He has
oh,
a special room he goes into just specifically to hear you.
wow.
He follows you.
Well, I love my
He listens
father.
to everything that you do. He's been watching over you your whole life.
Wow, I never, you know, see, I never. I mean, I knew I had my biological family, but I never figure out, you know, where was my family off planet, and that is, you know, when he meets me, he's probably going to look younger than I am.
Yeah,
Probably.
he does. Your dad looks like he's maybe his like early 30s, like 30,
Really.
like 30, 31. 31
So,
would be the oldest I would guess that he was.
so when I go on the ship, I'm going to be able to come back off the ship looking about 30, 31, correct?
I don't know. If you take your body, yeah.
Well, no,
If you
I
take
think
your
I
space
want to see if
body.
I don't know that that would be a good idea to take my space body and come back on the Earth, and then my wife would see me in the space body.
Your wife
My
would be
daughter
like,
would.
"Get out of here now. I want my husband back."
Wouldn't that be kind of funny? I'm going to see if there's a way they can.
Make us look younger. I joked around about this. I was kind of half joking about that space lift. I was kind of hoping that they would, but you know what they said to me, Commander, was that we were meant to live our human lives, and we have that choice to make, whether we want to, go back with them and be put back into our bodies, or stay and finish out our human existence. And I, like you, I had chosen to go back to my body and go back to my human existence.
Yeah, I chose to be here too.
I want it because, we've only got, 89, 100 years down here and on Earth, and if that. And it's like we've only got a few years left. Might as well come down and love our families and live our little human lives, because we got hundreds of years to live as space beings.
Right.
And when these bodies are done, we will go back up into our bodies and we'll be 20 again.
Yeah, that's true. So that's a great thing that most people don't know. So when we leave our bodies, everybody, this is good information to share. We go back into the bodies that we have in stasis on the spaceship, wherever you're from, whatever planetary system you're from. You'll go back into the body you were in before you left the body to come on mission to Earth.
And everybody came in. Waiting ships. Now they have ships specifically that hold and protect these bodies. These are heavily, heavily protected ships.
Yeah.
And that's Johnny's, one of Johnny's space jobs. Our third, Johnny, he actually takes care of and looks after those bodies that are in crisis, or Christ. What am I saying here, Commander?
They're in stasis. In stasis?
In stasis, yes. And so those that's one of his jobs that he does, but those ships are very heavily protected, and there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these crisis or stasis tubes that are in these ships of our space bodies that are being kept safe for us. So when we're done with these, when we're done living our human existence and done learning the lessons that we have to learn, our energy will leave this body and go back up into our space bodies if we so choose, or we can come back and live another life.
Yeah, I think once, and I shouldn't make that decision now because I'm still enjoying being here now.
Yeah.
So I won't make any decisions about going into my body on the ship because I'm here now. So, Jackie, thank you for the galaxy. I appreciate that so much. Now, I also have some whales waiting. I got 8 whales in my list here. Anybody want a whale? Can anybody give me a whale? It's that little living whale. It's called the diving whale. You'll see it on your gift icon area with TikTok gifts. And that whale just comes splashing through the screen and goes back into the water. Mary has a question. Hey, Mary, good evening. And what is your question? I'm waiting for a question. I'm actually looking for the question she has. We'll have the question from Mary in a minute. And you're watching Ashtar Command Q&A on Encounters tonight. Also, with my father and people on the spaceship watching the show, my father at least is, in another room on the ship. And let me see here. My dad just passed away. Will I have contact with him? I don't really focus in on that, Mary. I'm not one to focus in on that. That's more of there are other people. I would say if you meditate, I don't deal with that whole area. That subject matter. I believe if you have that love with each other, just meditate and think of him, and I'm sure you'll have something happen. But yeah, I don't really have much focus on that area.
Our energy actually, our human energy, we have our starseed energy and our human existence energy, and our energy, when we leave, when we pass away, and we leave our bodies, our energy sometimes will stick around, especially around loved ones when they need it, with when they still need us around. Sometimes that energy sticks around, and if you had that closeness with your father, I'm sure that he is still around. He's probably waiting for you, so he can go too, peacefully.
Yeah.
Sometimes they pass on once they know that you're okay and go to the next existence. And this is the human soul. But sometimes they stick around if they know that we need us. And I just got it. Yes.
Yes. And
that was mom.
See, that's your mom. And someone's saying, why did I meet myself from 16 years ago? I don't know how to answer that question.
Time travel.
Yeah.
Because they don't, their time is different than our time. It might have been, you might have crossed over somewhere.
Yeah. Lexicon's saying, wouldn't they also be on a ship with their star family?
Wouldn't who be?
Are you talking about the person that passes on, Lexicon? If the person passes on,
their starseed being, would be up there, yes, waiting. They might even be reactivated if they chose not to come back as another human. But that's me being taken into the ship, guys. That's off my security camera.
And you see her foot? That's her foot right there. The lower part of her leg, ankle, and the foot.
My head. You can see my hair.
That's your head.
Yeah, I'm looking down because I was being pulled backwards.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a foot.
And then this right here is my foot. I'm actually.
Oh yeah, so your foot is there.
I'm actually wearing these slippers. You can see the slipper.
Yeah.
This right here is my foot, and this is my body, my pajamas, my hair, and then this is the beam right here that was pulling me.
Okay, wow.
And then if you look, there's like a shadow that's right here.
Yeah.
And then you see like a little shadow right there and a little shadow right there. That's Pumpkin. He expanded himself up. He was actually reaching to grab me.
Oh, wow.
You can see looks like something's around my waist right here, like cinching my waist. That's his hands.
Yeah.
I wish you could see it was bigger.
Yeah, Lexicon, we're going to be able to clear the pictures up. James, down rabbit hole, he'll be able to take her pictures and clear them up on the pixelation. So we are going to be working on that.
That was like take it because that was really far away from my security camera, but it actually picked it up. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God.
And 545, those are not chemtrails. That's why we're trying. That's why April is describing the photos. These are not chemtrails.
This is my yard. This is actually
my yard.
And this
she's in Vermont in the woods.
Yeah, this is me this is my body right here being taken up into the ship. That's my head looking down.
Hey, Taz, good to see you. Yep. So she went up in the ship in her pajamas, and her father was on the ship of the Ashtar Command ship. And and we have more things to come, more beautiful journeys to come. It's now about 1:44 in the morning. I think I think I'm getting a little bit tired, but I know that I'm going to be going off planet, I think, tonight in my dreams or whatever happens. I want to give April the floor for any final comments. I want to also thank, that's interesting. I want to thank everybody for being here. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know. Either I'm tired or something just happened over here in a positive way. I just, like, for a second, things got really bright, like the light just got bright.
Your father said he was going to be doing more communications with you. So he said, don't be surprised and don't be frightened. But because you're going to be getting more downloads, definitely a lot more downloads because they need your memories to start coming back. Okay. Also, that he's going to be communicating with you through dream state. And he said, you know what that means.
Yes.
So he said that you know what that would mean and that he was good because he had some stuff he wanted to tell you. So in the meantime, until you guys can actually meet in person. So
okay, that's new information for me, everybody.
Yeah,
so I'm going to go to sleep.
A lot, so I'm trying to remember everything. I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off.
No, don't be sorry with me. You can cut me off anytime you want. as long as it's not off the road. That little sense of humor comes out again. But no, I think I didn't know that. So I've been feeling a lot of downloads. So just to let people know, my father is doing this. He is helping me remember what I was doing before I came to Earth on mission here. And I'm going to get more downloads. And so if I say things that you never heard me say before, it's because he's helping me remember my true essence of my understanding before coming to Earth. And Commander, keep a journal by your bed and write your dreams down right when you wake up. Yeah, I will. I will. So I want to say to everybody, I love you. We'll be doing another Ashtar Command contact question and answer event next Friday night with April and myself. And
hold on, we'll Commander. Yes, I do go on my page and you can see, well, there's some footage on there, but go on my page and you can see like the doors opening to the ship and everything that I could get footage of before my cameras were shut off. There's footage of, and it's all been documented. It's on my page.
Yeah. No problem there, April. And so I do a prayer after I sign off. I do a prayer because I attract so much energy that I have to send the energy to cross over, which I do after the end of the show. And I have the command go to the bottom and top of the apartment complex. I have the angelic angels assist everybody to cross over. And then when that's all done and we have a clearing, then I close the cosmic portal after the show, and then I go to sleep. So there are things I have to do.
You don't have to wait. He's on every night at 11.
I'm on every night at 11. Yeah.
And he does take people up to talk about their experiences if you've had any. Monday through Friday, 7 days a week, and on Sundays he does his radio talk show live, and he also goes on at 11 and does his regular show. And
yeah, so I'm here for everybody. So this is we're not on like once a week or whatever. I'm on pretty much nightly. If I do, sometimes though, I might take a night off just to regenerate because it takes a lot of work to do what I'm doing here in the mission and to do this kind of thing. I love what I'm doing, but sometimes even the commander will take a break just for a night. So if you don't see me on live for one night during the week, it's because I'm actually going to sleep earlier and just trying to regenerate and everything. Yeah, I'm on NPR radio Sundays.
Which is why it's important to gift, because it costs the commanders money sometimes to be able to keep this show going. So it's really important to gift to help out the show for supplies and things he needs.
Please. Yeah, and the thing is, you can do. I had no whales yet, but you can become a TikTok subscriber. If that thing pops up and asks you to subscribe, if you could subscribe to my TikTok, that's another way of helping. The subscriptions that you do are going towards our C5 equipment. Down the road, hopefully this year we'll have money for a third generation C5 military grade goggles. Goggles, yeah, that we'll be using for this. I have a pair of goggles here. My other coordinator, he doesn't have TikTok. He has night vision equipment as well. And we want to get a third one. And this way we can share it with everybody when we're out in the field seeing the cloak ships. The night vision equipment will allow us to do that. So I know I'm fading a little bit here. So please gift us. If you haven't gifted us before I sign out of here, we've been on since before 11 p.m. Eastern. It's been a long show. We've had a great show. And I want to thank my friend April for sharing on this show some very important information for everybody.
Love you, Star Brother.
Yes, you too, sister. I'm going to get some sleep because I'm going to fade out here. And if I stay live, you'll see me sleeping on TikTok.
I am so glad tomorrow's Saturday because I am sleeping in. This girl is tired. It's been a long week.
Well, you take care. I get the feeling that between, I don't know when I'm getting this, either Saturday or Sunday night, you're being invited back on the ship. They have more stuff to give you in terms of information. That's what I'm getting. Oh. If you hear your mother say yes, she probably will be. She probably hears everything. They all hear what I'm saying.
Honestly, all I hear is my stomach growling because I'm hungry.
Well, everybody, have a blessed night.
Have a good night, everybody.
You've been watching Encounters, the special Ashtar Command edition of Q&A every Friday night. We're on nightly with Encounters, and you can watch our show on a regular basis. Sometimes we try to get on a little bit earlier, but we are on about 11 o'clock at night Eastern. So take care, folks. Be well, treat each other well, and do the light work that you're here to do, the mission work you're here to do. And we'll see you again tomorrow night.